if you guys check out my highlights video, it was Control Freak and Bow User that actually ended up beating Naru and Grimjack in the 2v2 tournament yesterday. It was an epic fight. It went pushed to a game 3. Really good counterplay from both teams. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, sorry, Mango. It's a game, the best of 3 series, so it's still going to be me and Control Freak. So these are all best of 3 series, guys. The rules are you cannot change your class you start with, and you cannot change your spec. So if you look at my spec, I got Alchemy, Firearms, and Hollowsmith. I can't change these 3, but I can change all my traits, all my utilities, my weapons, my sigils, my runes, my amulets. I can change all of that if I so choose. So you cannot change your class, and you cannot change your 3 specs. And it's a best of 3 series. There's a map mechanic after 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes, there's no healing, and there's an AoE effect that comes from both spawns and the door over there that encroaches onto the entire map and eventually forces the opponents to the far end. And if they still don't beat each other, it just consumes everything and forces them to die. Oh, that's true, yeah. But there is a trait that Deadeyes can use to stealth if they so choose. Take that. He looks like he's, I thought he was lagging a bit there. I took it a little easy on him. Yeah, he's probably lagging. Are you there, Omar? Oh, no, he doesn't look like he's lagging. Oh, yeah, he's lagging. Yeah. I'll give you a minute to recover. Because I'm a gentleman like that.
I didn't say anything.
I'm gonna take the win. Cheat to win.
Oh, you just get him because of the lag.
Oh, he desynced. Looks like Owashi might be moving forward to the next one. This is 1-1 series so far, guys. So our next match coming up after this, I'm not able to shoutcast this, obviously, but the next match I will shoutcast. The next match is going to be Futile versus A-Stange. That's Clown versus Futile. That's going to be a really good match. Next one is Monster versus Cook. Here, I'll post the brackets again inside the Twitch so you guys can see.
Really, really far down on these brackets. You've done that very consistently.
Who put who very far down?
Like the past 5 tourneys I've attended,
Oh.
Either second from the last from the first set of rounds to the last.
That's because I usually add you first, and whoever I add first gets the bye right away.
We'll cut it out, dog.
I gotta do something here. Look at all these donations from you nice people out there. This is what keeps these tourneys going, guys. All these donations, little bits here and there. When I add them up at the end of the week, it gives me like a 500 gold, and then I can use them throughout the week. And I got a couple big top donators that really help me out. Nature Salad, big ups to you, my friend. He's one of my favorite donators. Super nice dude. He doesn't even enter them. He just gives me loads of stuff just to keep these going, and I really appreciate that. That's the type of thing I need. Yeah, for sure, Deuce. No problem at all, man.
It's probably gonna be a while.
Oh, this is not good news for your hero. Don't do it, Control Freak. So that's Control Freak that takes game 1. I'll get him next time. Alright guys, so we're moving on to game 2. Next game is going to be, that's Control Freak that moves on to the next round. Futile versus A-Stange, that's Clown. Futile versus Clown. Let me write it inside here. Let me change this music back to what I had before.
I love games like this.
So there's Clown. Now I'm just waiting for Futile. Let's take a quick look at Clown's build while we're waiting for Futile to enter. I'm sure he was here. He did do roster check, and I do have someone waiting in the wind to take his spot if he does not show up. That's going to be to Black Bear, who's going to be taking it if he doesn't show up. I'm going to give him 2 minutes. He did roster check, so I know he's here. So he's got Marauder, Rune of the Scholar. He's running. Let me just, what is this? So he's got sword, pistol, and rifle. He did really good in the last tournament that he signed up with me. The only one who was able to stop him was Dry Dude, who ended up stopping him. Alright, yoink my spot now. Are you sure? Is that you, Futile? I can't tell if that's you or not. Let me just check. I'm giving him a minute or two to enter. I'm going to let him know right now. Let me see if Black Bear is there. He's running Oak Trickery, Deadly Arts, and Deadeye. Oh, is that who's right? Rose Green. Report. That is Futile. Perfect. So he's in. Let's take a quick look at Futile over here. He's running Trickery, Deadly Arts with Daredevil. He's got Sword, Dagger, and Dagger with Rune of the Crate and Dagger only. That's interesting. Shouldn't he have something else over here? I'm not sure. Carrie maybe doesn't know. I can reset if he so chooses. Good engage by Clown over here. I'm really new to shoutcasting, guys, so bear with me. He's just trying to evade as much as he can, dropping a bunch of those caltrops or whatever you call them. What was it?
Yeah.
Easy Dagger Storm really quick. Right, nice engage onto Clown. Clown's got to be very, very careful. He is a Deadeye. He's been playing this class. Really good stun, but that's super unfortunate. You can see White Rose just got on the peak of that LOS from the stairs. Good positioning. Really unfortunate for Clown. That would have spelled disaster for White Rose. Here he goes. Nice stun. He's able to get behind him on the port, so he's not able to get any of that big cleave damage. Right now, they're just standing toe for toe. Clown is getting the better of the exchanges here. Good job by Futile, getting some damage down onto... Oh, he's got him in a really good position. White Rose actually gets the LOS just in the nick of time. That was a really good bait by Clown, making him try to come out of that spawn point. Oof. And this is really good positioning done by Clown. This is exactly what he wants to do. Create that big open field, force White Rose to come to him, and just cleave, 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 cleave as he comes towards him. Oh, Kara and Twitch is Black Bear. Okay, Control Freak, you know all these things. Really good. Thank you so much, Control Freak. So that's game one that goes over to Clown. Futile can make adjustments, guys. Like I mentioned, there are things you can change. You can change all your weapons, your sigils, your runes, your amulets. You cannot change your traits, your specs, but you can change the traits inside your specs. So that's also available to you. You can change your utilities as well if you so choose. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's supposed to have more than just a dagger on this hand, I think. I'm not sure. He seems confident though he's going in. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It just seems like he should be having some sort of offhand weapon instead of just a dagger on one hand. Oh, okay. Control Freak, you helped me so much. If you only have one, the offhand from the other set carries over. So that makes a lot of sense. So it's pretty much dagger, dagger, I believe.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Now, Clown just trying to stay out. He wants to keep him in the open field. He doesn't want to get any of that LOS, and that's what White Rose has got to do. He's got to try to abuse that terrain as much as he can. He doesn't want to be in the opening. Right there, that's perfect for Clown. Oof, he was a little slow on the setup. White Rose was able to close the gap really quickly. He is using the no ports. All these little spots over here are no ports. Goes into the Dagger Storm to try to mitigate damage. Clown gets caught, and in a lot of it, he's really low. This is his moment of opportunity to capitalize. He goes into stealth. He's going to try to get him. It's really low. He's just ticking down to death. Really good job by White Rose, but it's not over yet. Clown can easily turn it around. Really good job. This is our first... No, this is our second game 3, actually. Well, the first one didn't really count because I cheese mode Control Freak while they were lagging out. But this is technically our second match and our second game 3. Okay, thank you so much, Dragoon Godslayer. It takes it offhand from his other set. Thank you so much. Is that you, Control, in there? In the Twitch chat? Are you Dragoon Godslayer? I'm not sure. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I do these every single day. If you look below my title, my stream, you'll see my daily schedule, what I bring to the table, my YouTube link, so you can see all the videos that are over there. I hope not. And if you like this stuff, click that follow, click that subscribe, guys. I'd really appreciate it. It's like patting me on the back, letting me know that I'm doing a really good job. And I already got a lot of subs today. Thank you all, guys. I'm very content with that. If no one even clicks follow or sub anymore, I'm super content with what I've already got. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much. Now, good job by White, just trying to create that no port. Ooh, Clown engaging on him super hard. Really good burst. It's going to be hard for White Rose to recoup from this one. Clown's he's getting very aggressive now. He's not going to let that happen to him again. He got caught with a lot of condies. He's still got that 6 stacks of poison, which is going to do some damage. He's finally able to just sustain through it. White Rose doing whatever he can to try to keep the pressure up onto Clown. Bad move right here. He's in the open. He's trying to evade away. Clown just taking those pot shots in the wide open range. That's the positioning he wants to be in. Now he's got to be careful. He's got that 9 stacks. His heal is up, and he is able... Oh, it's not over yet. There's a strong downstate. Oh, Clown is able to get to cleave. Really good job by Clown. That was super close match. Second match in our first round, and that's our second game 3. That was really good job. Thank you so much for coming, Futile. That was super impressive, especially considering Clown is a very strong player. I think he's 4th on our overall ranking list so far. Our next match is going to be Monster versus Dr. Cook. This is going to be another good match as well. I'm very excited for this one. So there's Dr. Cook. Now I'm just looking for Monster. There's Nature's Salad. Yes. You can see the, I don't know if you guys can see it, but on my note for him is huge donator. Huge donator. Really big ups to you, Nature's Salad. He's one of my top donators. He really helps when I'm doing those big tournaments with big pop prizes. He's the one who usually comes in like that white knight on the gallant steed. And he helps me out so much. Thank you so much. If you guys see him in map or see him anywhere, just bow to him or send him a wave or tell him thank you so much for helping the community. So let's take a quick. Oh, I don't see Monster yet. I'm gonna give him a minute or two. Let me see if he's in here. Is that Hershey? Yeah, there's Monster. Perfect. He's running Reaper. Reaper versus Firebrand. Ooh, Burn Fire. Ooh, this is really interesting. He's running Berserker with Rune of the Grenth. He's got Sword, Focus, Shield, Axe. He's running Virtues, Valor, and Firebrand. Let's take a quick look at Hershey over here. He's running Spite, Soul Reaping, and Reaper. He's got Great Sword with Axe, Focus. He's got Strength with a Knight's Amulet. I'm going to watch Hershey for this one. He's going to have to be really careful. There you go. He sets his worm already. This is an interesting tactic, and that's probably going to help, but he's got to be really careful for that Condi. That's going to take chunks and chunks and chunks off his health, but this is also helping him as well. He's getting her Elite Aegis to use a lot of his cooldowns. So when Hershey comes out of this Lich form, he's able to have all his cooldowns ready. He has his heal ready, and you can take a look at Elite Aegis already. He's already gone through 2 tombs. He's already gone through his healing mantra. He's about to go through Voice of Truth. So there's a lot of pressure put on Hershey, but they exchange about the same. But as you can see, Hershey's still got all his cooldowns. He has used his worm. He has used his spectral armor. Tries to get the big pull, but that was good use of terrain from Elite Aegis. Even if he got the pull, he wasn't going to be able to get any damage. Really good port on top of him. He finally pops Renewed Focus. This is a good situation for Hershey. Now he knows he doesn't have any oh shit only any oh shit button, but at the same time, he's got 0 Shroud left. So he's got to be very careful on how he engages. There's no real way for him to try to build any up really quickly. He does have his worm available to him. He does have his, oh, this is going to be tough. Really good call. That was tight. Oh, and he goes into Shroud just to mitigate. He does have his heal up. Is he going to be able to pop it? Spectral Armor and Spectral Walk are available to him. He does pop both. Big pull by coming out by Elite Aegis, keeping the heavy cleave. Oof. Now, I do agree with the Lich form that he did cast at the beginning, but he just took way too much damage at the beginning. And that was probably his best opportunity to use it, because probably Elite did not know that he was going to have that. So he popped it right away. I don't think he's going to have that element of surprise anymore. And I think Elite Aegis is going to be certainly prepared for this. Oh, I'll post the brackets one more time for you guys inside the channel, inside the Twitch chat, in case you haven't seen it or you don't have it available to you. There you go, guys. That's for you. Artemis, this is 1v1, not cannibalism. And like I mentioned, guys, I don't mind what people say in the map chat. Just try to not bash anybody or put anybody down for what they're running. This is just for fun. You can do whatever you want. You can test builds, practice, get to see really top guys playing, and you also get to see yourself playing as well, because I record all of these and I put them in my highlights videos. If you guys want, take a look. I do it every single day. 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, in-house 5v5s, Fashion Wars contests, and there's a lot of things that I have coming up in the works where I really want to do a big battle royale in the FFA arena. Hershey already going back with that Lich, and he's a little far back this way. You see, as I mentioned, Elite Aegis knows this is coming, so he can be a little more prepared. Look at all those Condis, and Hershey's, there's no way for him to clear them while he's in Lich. He's staying in Lich, which is probably going to be a bad idea. He's in big trouble here. Heavy pressure coming out from Elite Aegis, and down goes Hershey. So I believe that's Dr. Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Dr. Cook. So Dr.
Kind of a weird strat.
Yeah, it was a weird strat. He stuck with it all the way through, but it didn't work out for him, unfortunately. Our next one is...
Amulet.
Ooh, I didn't even see these
I
two
don't
guys.
see that ever.
I should have separated these guys a little earlier, just so I can have them farther down in the line. But if they go out now, if they fight now, it's not bad. So it's EMF versus Mango. I made my build 30 minutes before the event. Good job, Bliss. Listen, I don't mind at all, man. This is places where you guys can test your builds and do whatever you so choose. These are just for fun. Nobody's going to be saying, oh, you suck. If they do, you let me know, and I'm going to ban them from my tournaments. Wanderer, Animate, Rune of the Nightmare. We got Sword with Shield, Mace, and Axe. The game has already started. Ooh, Retribution, Corruption, and Herald. Really interesting coming out here from Mango, I believe that is. And La Louve de Chagrin. Oh, no, that's Mango, I think. No, that's EMF. Yeah, that's Lycar. Lycar, are you French? I don't know if you're French. You live. I live in Montreal. I live in Montreal, Quebec. This is good.
I don't know French.
Yeah, je peux parler français un peu, mais pas beaucoup, man. Mon français est comme vraiment magané. So here we...
Still good enough for me to understand you.
Good. So here we go. Emotional Teenager versus La Louve. La Louve tries to get the Shockwave. He actually ends up getting that on him. I didn't expect that. He tries to glint elite. Really heavy pressure porting right onto him. And that was really good counter pressure. Oof, he gets him in the overcharged shot. Really good job by EMF. Taking the heat to Mango. Really good win. That was really good combo. Really good counter pressure by Mango. He tried to counter pressure him after the Shockwave. I was very surprised that he got caught by that. But as I mentioned, these are both really top tier players. They can change their builds if they so choose. You cannot change your 3 specs or your class, but you can change everything else if you so choose. So your traits, your utilities, your weapons, your sigils, your runes, your amulets, this can all change. But when it also gets, like I've always mentioned, when it gets to these big top players, these guys that are really skilled, it's not necessarily just their builds that they change, it's their playstyle, the way they use terrain, and those things of that nature. So here we go into game 2. I hope this goes into a game 3. There'll be 3 games, 3 game 3s. That's going to be epic. And that only tells me that later on, when we get to the quarterfinals, it's going to be epic, bro. There's going to be some nice top guys playing in this one today.
It changed my entire build every single round.
And that's Shiro that we have in here.
It's gonna go power to Condi and then back to some weird off-meta healer build.
So here we go into game 2. La Louve over here. He's Mango trying to get the Glean Elite. He does actually manage to get that Glean Elite, but he pops his stability and his Shockwave. He's already gone through his Photon Wall. He gets him in a big overcharged shot. Nice Prime Light Beam. Really heavy pressure coming onto him. La Louve is trying to get away here. He tries to use his Elixir S or his Stealth, but it doesn't work. Now this is a better positioning over here for Emotional. Again, he gets caught in that Shockwave. That was really huge by La Louve. Really good timing, really good setup. He's getting really high up, but he's already used a lot of his cooldowns, and this is kind of the advantage that now Mango has in his area. He has gone through. He's just got to keep that pressure on top of him. And Mango's using a very interesting build as well. It's not your regular Herald. Oh, 7 stacks of Torment. That could be very dangerous. La Louve doesn't have much in the way of Condi mitigation. He's really low. He does have a port. He can go up to him. He's almost down. Come on, he's got to stop him. There's a lot of sustain, and that's exactly that window of opportunity was there. But that healing turret comes up so quickly. Really good port onto La Louve. Gets him back in the overcharge. Here comes the Prime Light Beam. Good dodge by Mango. That was crucial. Really critical. Tries to get him in the Glint Elite. Doesn't manage to get it. He does have his Glint heal coming up. There it is. He does proc it. Thank the Lord. Now La Louve is in big danger. 8 stacks of Condi. He is able to clear the torment. The burning is on him, though. That might catch him. That might catch him. Yes. Mango lives. Game 3, boys. Game fucking 3. Here we go. That was a very, very good match. And like I mentioned, Mango's running and not your typical. He's a Retribution, Invocation, and Herald. Corruption, Retribution. And this is what I really, really, really like. People using different builds, things that are not the same, and you get to see something really unique. And it also gives the people opportunity, like, you know what, if he can do it, I can do it. You don't have to run meta, guys. Just, this is 1v1s. Play whatever you want. Test new things. Let's break the mold a bit. Really good job. Big ups to you, Mango. I really like what you're running, buddy. XCTV. You're nuts, Mango. He did really good. That was super impressive. Really good job sustaining through a lot of the CC coming out from La Louve. La Louve did a really good job, and he was able to hide his shockwaves. He used his quickness to get the shockwave down before Mango can actually evade it, because the regular frame and the quickness frame are a little different. So you're kind of used to the regular frame without quickness, and you expect it to come a little slower, but with the quickness he's able to catch him. He's been comboing Overcharge and Prime Light Beam exceptionally well. But these guys are both high tier players, so this is what you expect coming out of them. So here we go, game 3. This one's going to be fucking epic, guys. Really, 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 really good job so far from both of our participants. Let's take a quick look at the Louve over here. He's not even, yeah, he does have cleansing, and he is using resistance, which is really good. And I do like the ones where it removes 3 Condi, but I find with this type of player where you can re-apply Condi so quickly, that resistance is just better, so you can be able to have that 4 seconds and not have to worry about cleansing and then him redumping you. Now they're both kind of staying away. I don't know whose favor this works into, but when it goes to the timer, I think it might go to Mango. And they're not trolling each other, they're just kind of waiting, and this is a tactic that they so choose to use. Because when that timer hits, like I mentioned, I'll back out a bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Once that timer hits, we're going to have an AoE coming from here, here, and here that will eventually encroach onto the entire field and force the opponents over to the end. And if they even don't finish it by then they're going to be killed by the AoE. So let's take a quick look over here. He's just waiting, and I think this is going to work in Mango's favor, to be honest. And I haven't seen EMF in too many of my tournaments, but he has watched them, so he does understand the map mechanic. And when it gets closer, like just taking some good pot shots. Nice job using that no port area, stopping Mango from a lot of his cleave. Good job on the dodge from there, but he's able to get him with the Photon Blitz. He gets the Glint Elite. No, he doesn't. He was actually a dodge back. Really good job. He's trying to keep the heavy pressure onto La Louve. He's in big trouble here. Emotional, no, Mango. Oh, Mango ends up going down, and that's EMF that moves forward. Talk it out, boys. Talk it out. That's XCTV on Twitch chat. Just talk it out. They're kind of sitting there. Do we really want to do this? I don't know if I really want to do this. So that's another game 3. Really, really epic. Good job by Mango. I really appreciate him bringing out something different. Really cool. So this is going to be another good one coming up, guys. We got Omar versus Vonage on this one. This one's going to be good.
Counter build. In order to fight the counter build and the counter build, counter build. Victory against the counter.
So let's take a quick look at Omar over here. He's got Axe focused. He's running with Sword Shield. He's going for Condi Firebrand. Interesting, very interesting. Sage with Rune of Sanctuary, Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. Now I'm just waiting for Vonage. I know he's here. I saw him before. Mad Aries. There he is, I believe. No, that's Amadis.
Oh god, that firebrand is all monstrous.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Black Bear, are you still here?
Jesus.
Are you still here, Black Bear? Let me know, because you might be taking this spot.
Pity on whoever has to fight that firebrand in melee. Oh god.
Not yet. What? In 1 minute. I don't know why I call it.
As painful as possible to stand in front of me. Ah, I see.
So I'm giving Vonage a little more time. Let me just check if the server is full. No, it's still not full, so he does have the ability to come in. I'm going to give him 1 minute. Yeah, that's why I called him Black Bear, because it is Black Bear. His name is Carr. Let me see if I can find him in here. I really would be sad to not have him in. I really like Vonage. He's really nice. He comes to watch them very frequently. So I'm just going to give him a minute. Donde Esteban? You say that's right, dude? Okay, perfect. So we got Chronostasis, who has him in his big guild. I'm going to let these two fight so you guys can watch something, but this does not count. This is nothing, just for fun, guys. We're waiting for Vonage to go get... I'm seeing if Chronostasis can find Vonage. I'm going to give him a minute. Yeah, my mail is full. I can't... Hold on. Oh, that's good news if my mail's full. Let me reply here. Sorry, mail capped.
So, you should start using the guild bank for donations from guildies.
That's
Oh,
usually
God.
not from guildies. Oh, they wouldn't play along, so here's the first one I looked at. Thank you so much. Here's Nature Salad. More donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Nature Salad. Nature Salad. Oh my god. And like I said, this guy's one of my major donators, bro. This is fucking awesome. Thank you so much, Nature Salad. These things are what keeps everything going. Thank you so much, bro. Fucking awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you so much, man. Okay, Black Bear, you ready? Bye, Salad Official. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate it. Okay, let me get rid of these two guys.
Salad has me worried.
I don't see Vonage anywhere. I don't think that guy Chrono was able to get him. Okay, so he's not here. So we're just going to give it to Gaming Wizard versus Omar. So if you look inside the actual brackets, guys, Vonage is replaced by Black Bear. My pen is running out. I'm old school. I don't type, but right on pen and pad, baby. Where's Omar? Just give me a minute. There he is, Omar K. Varitus. He's entering now. Let's take a quick look at Black Bear over here. He's running Dueling, Chaos, and Mirage. He's got Scepter with Pistol. He's got Staff. He's got Traveler with the Wanderer Amulet. Now I'm just waiting for Omar. He's here. I saw him. There he is. He's still on Firebrand. Yeah, I believe he's still running the same. Thank you again, Nature Salad. Fuck, bro. He gave me this. He gave me this. And a couple days ago, he gave me 750 Mystic Coins with a couple skins. So I'm going to use this for a big 3v3 on the weekend. So if you guys are interested, you got to get your groups together. I'm doing another 3v3 this weekend. It's going to be good. So get ready, man. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 3v3 probably on Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure yet, but it's going to be one of the days. And I want to continue to do these 3v3s every weekend. So this way it gives people a reason to group up. And when you group up and work with other people, it really starts to help you because you start to understand the mechanics of the other classes, how to peel for your opponents, how to put the heavy pressure, when to start burning, how to start getting them to bait a lot of their cooldowns. So working in a group of that size really helps out. So here we go, guys, going into game one actually. And now, oh my god, I mean, now Black Bear is a replacement for Vonage. So if you see him inside the brackets, Vonage is not there. It's actually Black Bear. I'm going to ask Ominous if he wants to be a sub 2 just in case. Really heavy pressure. They're both Condi over here. I don't think it's going to be in Gaming Wizard's favor. Really good pressure. He immediately puts up the Chaos Storm. Really good tactic by Gaming Wizard, knowing he was going to come in. Heavy pressure coming out to Omar. He's only gone through one of his tombs. He's still healthy on his mantras. So this is really good. He's got his port up to him. Good job by Black Bear going onto the no port, mitigating anything that Omar was going to try to do on his opening. He's really keeping him at a distance. This is excellent job. But the burning is ticking onto Gaming Wizard. There's a lot of pressure. Oof. Good job by Gaming Wizard. That was going back and forth. Really good job of using... I see this is what one of the suggestion was, to stop saying really good job. I say it very, very often. So I'm going to try to catch myself and stop. I tried, Bofa. That's Mango in chat. A really good job, Mango. Thank you so much. I said it again, guys. I just said it again. Really good job. I got to replace that with something. Excellent quality of skill. That's what I'll try to say instead. So here we go into game 2, guys. So far, all her matches, I think. Let me take a quick look. And I'll post the brackets for you guys one more time. Hey, what's up, buddy? What was that?
That's the guy.
Okay, guys, that was a little weird. I'll post the brackets for you one more time inside the Twitch chat so you can see. We're going to be going into game 2, Omar versus Gaming Wizard, and we're starting to see the resurgence of the Condi Mirage, my most hated class. But at least at this point, you got to be more skilled to use it. It's not as face rolly as it used to be. And it's kind of nice to see these guys kind of bringing it back, but at the same time, I fucking hate that class, bro, with a burning passion. So here we go. He's charging up his mantras. This is game 2. Let's see if Omar can be a little more cautious, and he's got to really watch out for those Chaos Storms. Really good placement, really good usage of them, really good use of terrain coming out from Gaming Wizard. There you go, right away. He knows he's going to come into it. He drops the Chaos Storm right away. Puts his big symbol, tries to get him in the pool, but wasn't able to catch him. Trying to get the pressure. He does get him in the shield. I think that was a shield of absorption. Yeah, that was able to get the big push knockback. He's just stacking the Condis and stacking the Condis. Omar's got to back out. He's just trying to get some distance. He tried to get over the shoulder, but just in that little process, he was getting cleaved. This is really good job. He's got a lot of burns on him. He's not able to get it off. There's not too much Condi clear that's going to come from this guy. He's got to be really careful. Omar's in a bad situation. There's no poison, so he's able to get the full extent of his heals. Can he do it? He's getting really close. Just 2 stacks of burning. He's not going to be able to get that off. Omar's in big trouble. He's got a lot of Condis on top of him, but Gaming Wizard is really low, and this is where the tides have changed. Oh, really good attempt by Omar. That was really, really close. Genuinely flabbergasting achievement. Glitch Lich. Alright, guys, so that's the official end of our first round. That's Vonage that moves forward in the 2-0 series. Now, if you look at the brackets, there's numbers beside each one. So we can't necessarily go with the guy at the top. We're going with Malcrier versus... Oh, this is going to be a good match. These are all really good matches so far. Revaboa versus Malcrier. I believe Malcrier is in here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. And he uses Core Ranger. He's one of the better Core Rangers that I've seen. And he's one of the new guys that I found not too long ago. I think I found him in Lion's Arch or something of that nature. And he's been a beast. He's really entertaining to watch. He's running Longbow with Greatsword. He's got Holbrack with Seeker, Amulet, Beast Mastery, Nature Magic, and Wilderness Survival. Curious to see how he adjusts for the patches that are coming. Invocation, Corruption, and Herald. Ooh, interesting. Sword, Shield, Mace, Axe, Speed, and Sage Amulet. Revaboa, and he's been in a little bit of a hiatus, but he's finally come back, and this is the first time I've seen him in my tournaments in a long time. So welcome back, Revaboa, and thank you so much for joining. He's got to be really, really careful with Odith. He really knows how to use Core Ranger. Really good job. He's got it. Oh, good maul. He's able to get that. Let me take a look at Odith, and he already has used his strength of the pack. He's getting heavy pressured by Revaboa. Gets another maul. Really good job. Trying to keep that heavy pressure on him. He gets the knockback with the rapid fire. Oof, Revaboa's in a little bit of danger. He's able to get that dodge from the elite. He's trying to put the barrage down. Just still kind of keeps him heavy cleave. The pet's doing some big damage on Reverbo. This is an epic fight so far. Really good job by Odious. Really good job by Reverbo. That was really, that could have gone either way. Really good sustain. He was able to counter him slightly, but oof. Once again, guys, you got to try to bear with me. I'm really new to shoutcasting. I'm not too good at it, but I'm just trying to give you some sort of commentary, and I try to get excited with some of the matches, so it just makes it a little more entertaining for you. And at the same time, I'm kind of a numbed down shoutcasting version, so if there's new people, they can kind of keep track of with what I'm saying. But once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of stuff, click that follow, click that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Either way, thank you so much for coming to watch. So let's take another look at Odious. I don't think he's going to change anything. And like I said, he's a monster. Hey, thank you for that. Yay, Kodo is now following. Thank you, Kodo. And I got my new Twitch overlay, guys. I hope you like it.
Bo's trying out a new strat. He's gonna take out the pet first so he can 1v1 the ranger.
And that's, sometimes that is a good strategy, especially to use against these guys. They use their pet as a big source of CC and a really good source of like creating that openers. But it takes a lot of time to kill these pets, and they can recall them easily, so it can be very trolly if you try to do that. Good stealth coming out from Odin, using that on his longbow. It gets the barrage down, and the barrage not only does put an extra cleave, but it also applies cripple to him, so he's able to create that distance. And he's, oh, good job by Reverbo. He's got to be really attentive on those mauls. He was able to get him with 3 of them during the last match, and that put a lot of pressure. Good job avoiding that maul as well. That's exactly what he needs to do. As you can see, their health is roughly around the same. That pet is going to do a lot of damage to Reverbo, but he's able to mitigate it. Good Glyn Elite. Now he's able to put the pressure. Omar's got the block on Greatsword. He's coming back for the more damage. He's fully restained up. Good knockdown by Reverboa. I'm not too familiar with his class, so I'm not too sure what he's doing, but he's got a good exchange. Nice knockback. He doesn't get the rapid fire. He just uses a knockback and then goes into stealth. There's the rapid fire that he was looking for, trying to wait a little more for him to get out of there. He's got to maybe use a little bit of those no port spots to kind of mitigate some of that opener from Reverboa. But so far, good exchange. Omar's just, he's doing really good on sustain. I was wondering what amulet he's running. Oof, and he's good sustain considering he doesn't have much toughness or vitality. Putting down the barrage, his heal is coming up pretty soon. Reverboa is in big danger here. Nice rollback. He's got to be really careful. This is the position he kind of wants to be in, but Reverboa is smartly using that LOS to his fullest advantage. He tried to pull him in, he tried to bait him into coming into the open area, but now he's gone into Greatsword to try to keep the heavy cleave. Gets him with the maul. That was really, really dangerous. Big Greatsword swing. And that little pet over there can do a lot of damage if he's not careful. Big rapid fire. This doesn't look good for Reverboa. And as I mentioned, Odious is a monster fucking ranger. He only joined not too long ago. He's been in maybe 3 or 4 attorneys of mine. The first time he joined, it was like a whirlwind. I was like, who is this stranger? He just came out of nowhere and almost won the competition. So our next match is going to be Axel versus ABC. And I'm going to post that Twitch one more time, the challenge.com bracket for you guys one more time in case you want to see it. This is going to be a really, really, really good one, guys. Holy moly, this is going to be a good one. There's a lot of good players, and we haven't even seen all of our competitors yet. We haven't even come, what, how many matches do we have left here? Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches left over. There are a couple that are already doubled up. So out of the 7 matches, there's 4 of them that are doubled up. So there's only going to be 1 of the new people that you're going to be able to see. Let me see if these are the right participants that I was looking for. This is ABC, and this is Axel over here. So here we go. Let's take a quick look. He's running Spellbreaker. This is going to be a tough match. Dagger and Shield. He's running with Greatsword, Strength, and Demolisher. Typical Strength, Discipline, and Spellbreaker. He is running Brawler's Recovery. Does he have Cleansing Sigil? No Cleansing Sigil. Yuzi, yes! Thank you so much, Yuzi. You're the best, bro. Thank you, 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 thank you. You're the best, man. Sorry guys, I'm going to go right back to the match. I didn't want to do that, but I like to thank these guys immediately because I cannot do this without them. He's already got his Shield of Wrath up to try to mitigate some of the damage coming out by Krillion's. He's got to be really careful though. There's a lot of CC and big damage coming out from Warriors. He got the Arcing Slice, the Whirlwind right after. Good shield to put up. He gets him in another stun. He has his Frenzy, which he just popped. Tried to get the Bull's Charge with the 100 Blades. Just keeping that heavy pressure onto Gandalf, and that's what he needs to do for the Guardian. If he's able to keep that heavy pressure, he's not able to counter. He's just wastes too much time trying to heal, and the Guardians don't have much in the way of big heals. So this is really going in the favor of Krillin right now. He's doing an excellent job, but there is a lot of sustain from Gandalf. Let's see what he's gone through so far. Oof, Omar's in big pressure, but he's able to finally push him off. He still has 2 tombs. He's been very vigilant. Ooh, he gets him in the over. Yeah, that was the Rampage. Really good call on the Rampage. Killian made him use a lot of his cooldowns. Actually, he didn't even use everything that he had. But Gandalf was being very patient. He did a really good job of being patient. But in the end, there was just too much damage. And it was a great job by Krillin putting up the heavy pressure, mitigating any damage that he would get towards him. And then he was able to use the Rampage at perfect timing and able to put that down on top of him. I really got to stop saying that was really good. I really got to stop saying that.
You shall not pass while
Oh, whoops.
invincible.
Sorry about that.
No problem, Lentis. So we're waiting for ABC to come back. He might be making a change. I'll give him a minute. I know he's here. Yeah, there he is. He's right there. Gandalf the White.
Breaking the rules, he says. Hmm?
Okay, Glitchlet, you crashed. No problem, buddy. I guess I'll take this time to shamelessly promote, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I do these every single day. From 8 to 11 p.m. on the weekdays is when I'll usually conduct the tournament. And on the weekends, I'll do them anywhere between 2 and 6 p.m. This way I can catch everybody at the night, and this way I can catch everybody during the day. If you like this type of stuff, take a look at my highlights video. Every single day I post a video of a tournament. 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, in-houses, fashion wars, and I'm up for suggestions. A suggestion box down at the bottom. I really love that thing, so if you have any suggestions, put them in there. Gandalf is sitting back. I'm not sure if no, he's not AFK. He wasn't able to charge his mantras. That's really unfortunate for him. He's in big trouble. Is Krillin actually letting him charge his mantras? Yeah, he is letting him know. Now he's coming in with the 100 blades. This is very unfortunate for Gandalf. Big Bull's Charge, big Arcing Slice. Oh, this doesn't look good. Let me see if he's already used his Rampage. No, he hasn't used his Rampage. This is bad news for Gandalf over here. He's just able to charge his last mantra. There was a lot of damage that he took. He's just trying to run away at this moment, putting that W key. Krillin is staying all over him like white on rice, man. Holy moly. Gets the Whirlwind, gets the big Mage Bane, goes into Rampage. That's exactly what he wanted. Great combo, and that's Killian Breeze that takes that match. Really good job. So that's Axel that moves forward into our quarterfinals. Our next match is going to be Nanuntis versus Evil Place.
Oh god, no.
And I like Nanuntis.
I'm about to get steamrolled.
Actually, a little bit of his.
My ping at 1,100 and I'm
Ready to go, baby. Nanuntis is actually he used to do shoutcasting for me before you can hear from his voice. He's got an epic voice, and I really hope I get to get him again for another shoutcasting gig later on. Maybe even the 3v3 if you're interested in it. Interested in Nanuntis. So,
depends on my free time.
no problem.
Fucking hell. Oh, this is gonna be hard.
So it's I'm looking for Evil Place. I don't think I've ever seen Evil Place in any of my matches. But I'm going to look to see if I can find a sub in case he's not there.
Oh god, how do I do anything?
I'm just whispering a couple people to see if they want to be a substitute.
I am averaging at 1,073. Fuck me. Now is not a good time. I haven't been able to identify the sources of my spikes either. Like, I'm starting to wonder if it's just someone around my place is just fucking
So I'm going to give Evil Place another minute, guys, to see if he shows up. If he doesn't show up, I'm going to be giving the spot to Dry Dude.
But I've understood.
That voice, though, sounds like something Char. He's got an epic voice, bro. When I used to do the when he used to do the shoutcasting, everybody was like, "Oh my God, is that like a voice bot? What is going on with that guy's voice?" And he actually did make it. Evil Place. He was the first time I've ever seen him join in any of my tournaments. And like I said, in every single one of my tournaments, I always get a minimum of one new guy. And that's really good for us because the more people we can draw back into PvP, the more population, the better content we can get. And hopefully ANET starts to notice this. I've had ANET devs in my tournaments watching. I've had Guild Wars 2 host me a couple times. So they're starting to see it. They're starting to notice it, guys. Evil Place, he's got his spectral walk-ups. He's trying to... Nuntus is really good, but he is on high ping, so it's going to be a little dangerous for him. I didn't even take a look at over here. Is he running Fire Weaver? No, Arcane Water and Weaver. Interesting. He's going with Harrier and Rune of the Leadership. Really big damage coming out for him. He's able to cleave down the Nuntus. Might win this. Evil Place is in a bad spot. He does use his heal. There's a bunch of Condi that's stacking on top of him. He's not able to get it off. This doesn't look good for Evil Place. Is this gonna... Oh, he's sustaining instead, surviving by the skin of his teeth. Sounds... I'm just reading the Twitch chat again. He sounds like some anime char. That's the Nuntus for you. He gets the first down. I don't know what an anime char, but I guess he's saying the char.
I don't know how to feel about that comment.
Condi Reaper, gang gang.
Like an anime voice actor, but with your anime.
I didn't know you were running Condi Reaper. Sometimes you usually run Core Necro, no, Nanuntis?
Core Necro, yeah.
Yeah, he's on Reaper. That's very interesting.
This time I figured out that there's something really interesting about Necro that I took way too long to realize. Sending one single Condi on anyone, namely it being Chill, I can apply 4 Condis at once. Mainly being, well, vulnerability, blind. Oh wait, no, blinding a target applies Chill. So if I happen to blind something, namely with my Death Charge, I'll also Chill, corrupt 2 boons, so that's 2 more activations, apply vulnerability, and apply bleed. So that means I'll essentially just overload whoever's fighting me with conditions, and most certainly make them unable to clear it, or make them waste their Condi clears on ineffective conditions like vulnerability, which don't really do much other than increase my damage.
Nice.
Those conditions are
And-
going to be quite deadly this match.
Yeah, he does that. Actually, Nanuntis he does have some voice acting gigs. He did get some. That's the everybody in Twitch chat. That voice, that's the Nanuntis. He used to do because like I said, guys, I used to do just private tournaments 1v1, and I actually hired Nanuntis. I would give him gold after every tournament for shoutcasting, and I want to bring him back. I actually rekindled. It was Princess Hugs who actually rekindled our friendship again. So he's coming back to these. I'm gonna try to get him for the big tournaments because he's really intelligent too. He knows a lot of the mechanics. He knows all the skills from most of the classes. He's better than me at shoutcasting. He really knows all the little nuances, so I really appreciate that type of shoutcasting. I'm going to try to get him for the 3v3 coming up.
I don't know about intelligent, but I'll take it.
So here we go into game 2, Evil Place versus Nanuntis. He's got to be careful with the big cleave damage, and as well the Condis. Nanuntis was able to drop both of them on top of him. He's not able to get that big cleave, and there you go already. The 13 stacks of bleeding gets him in a good fear. The chill is up. Evil Place is in a bad spot right now. He's just trying to regain some life force right now. He does have the Spectral Walk. He goes into Reaper Shroud trying to get that heavy cleave down, just dropping some AoEs. He puts the Fire Field up to try to keep Nanuntis out, but she does a pretty good job of mitigating that and pulling him away from him. But Nanuntis has a lot of not too many cooldowns now. This might be Evil Place's opportunity to come in and put the damage down. He's trying to cleave him. He's doing a really good job with the autos. He gets him with a big knockdown. Oof, Nanuntis counters pretty good over here. He's got a lot of Condi on him. There's the Reaper Shroud. He's got to be careful. Oof, and there's Evil Place that goes down. There was a much, much, much better attempt by Evil Place. But as I mentioned, we may not notice it, especially me. I may not notice it because I do these often. But when it's someone's first time in a tournament, they get nervous. You know what I mean? They don't play the same. Their mind gets clouded a bit. Their nerves are up. They're shaking a bit. Palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti, you know, that kind of thing. So here we go into Chronostasis versus Control Freak. This is going to be another good match. I'm very excited to see this.
You just one shot an alley with no power. Yes, I did.
He is new, guys, so you gotta give him new, old, veteran, pro, not good at all. I don't mind anybody coming. This is for everybody to bring the community together so we can all just group up, understand that we're all here, learn from each other, watch classes that you want to play, look at the better guys play, see their tactics, what they use, what kind of situations they use their cooldowns in. This is a great place to learn, guys, and it's a great place to build the community. So I really thank everybody for coming. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you, thank you. So let's take a look at Behold the Lampoos. This is Chronostasis over here. He's running Demolisher with Rune of the Daredevil. He's got Dagger Pistol with Staff. He's running Trickery, Acrobatics, and Daredevil. This is going to be... It's a power build, so that's not too... It's interesting. And a Control Freak is a fucking monster, guys. We had a 2v2 yesterday. It was Control Freak and Bow User versus Naru and Grimjack. Control Freak and Bow User actually ended up winning, forcing it into a game 3. I put that in my highlights video already. I'd highly suggest you take a look at that. That was one of the best 2v2s I've ever seen, and it was very, very smooth. I had 10 teams enter, all of them roster checked. Everybody worked to get well together. It's really difficult to get 2v2s and 3v3s going, but the community is really starting to get behind these. So I thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's take a quick look at Original Hero. He might be lagging, so I'm going to give him, or she might be lagging, I'm going to give him a little bit of time. Rune of Sanctuary with Harrier, Amulet, Shining Blade, Focus with Sword, Ledge Shield with Axe. Running over here, Valor, Honor, and Firebrand.
I like this guy's name. Behold the Lamppost. Beat the shit out of you with a street light.
So I don't think you'll ever be able to mimic his voice, because also Nanuntis is 7'2" or 7'3". How tall are you, Nanuntis?
Last time I measured 7'2".
Yeah, so that's why he's got that huge vocal box.
I'm one of them tall boys.
Yeah. Now Lamppost has got this work cut out for him. He does have a lot of mitigation, but there's just too much sustain coming out from Original Hero. It's going to be a really, really tough. Good block. He's got to get out of that. He's running staff, I think. No, staff, sword, pistol, dagger, pistol, staff, dagger, pistol. He's doing a really good job. He's getting the better of the exchanges right here. He's being very, very clever. Good pull, but he's able to evade out of that. He's got to be really careful here. He can't get too complacent. He's got to watch for that shield wrath as well. It does explode, but he doesn't get hit by it. Good staff. Original Hero's in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have anything too quick to catch him. This might go to the map mechanic. I think this might be the first game where we do see the map mechanic. He's kind of sitting back. Let's take a look at Original Heroes. He's still got a lot of cooldowns. Original Heroes, no. Ooh, big damage coming out from Behold. He's not able to counter any pressure, but the Original Hero just needs one shot, and that's it. He's able to clear all that Condi really good. He was rarely prepared for him. This is 45 seconds left in the map mechanic. He doesn't 6 stacks, 7 stacks of burning. That burning is going to start to catch him. He doesn't have much Condi clear left. He has him in the Zealot's defense. Control Freak doing a really good job of mitigating most of this. He got close a little time. Behold is just trying to get that big pressure. He's starting to get used to and comfortable with what he's running. He's kind of countering it a lot better. Good Dagger Storm over there. Used kind of out of desperation, I think. Control Freak is starting to control the pace of the match. Now we got 15 seconds in the map mechanic, and this is where the dynamic kind of changes a bit. You got to start thinking of your cooldowns. There's no healing allowed, so you got to make sure that you have your cooldowns ready. There's 7 seconds, 5 seconds. Sweet. So this is what I wanted to see. This might go into the favor of the Lamppost now, because now Control Freak doesn't have too much healing. He's not able to sustain from the big damage that comes out. But here you see there's the AoE. And Lamppost is really close to the other AoE. It's going to start coming from there. There it is. So these three here will all collide together and start forcing the opponents back to the back of the to the bridge. Now behold, big pull by Original. He's got the burning. He doesn't see the AoE. He's got to be really careful. And that's Original that takes that one, guys. Ooh, that was a really good. That was a really good fight, actually. I was really impressed. I didn't expect Behold the Lamppost to do that well, but he did a really good job. He frightened Original Hero too much, but Original Hero is really good on being patient, not getting too excited, and still has a lot of his cooldowns left. You can see his tombs are already coming. His mantras are still all full up over there. Really good job. This is one of the better Firebrands that I know of. He also plays Revenant. Really good Revenant. This is one of the really, and a super nice person on top of it. As you can see, as I've been shoutcasting, I've had some questions and they whisper me right away, giving me the information I need. So big ups to you, Original Hero. Thank you so much, guys. And check out that 2v2 video from yesterday. Ooh, Lord, that was a doozy, bro. There's Behold Lamppost. I see. That's what the map mechanic is. It does about 5 to 6k damage when you step inside that map mechanic. So it can be yeah, it's very, very dangerous and you got to be careful. But that's why I like it. It really changes that dynamic of the fight, especially if you think someone's going to dominate the match. I've seen it so many times where someone's like, oh, this guy's going to win. Goes to the map mechanic, the other guy takes it in a stunning victory. So here we go into game 2, guys. We're almost into our quarterfinals. The cream is starting to rise to the top, baby. So here comes Control Freak. Sitting on the LOS, really good job trying to keep him away. If he's sitting on the no port, and it's not only is it a no port, it also is an obstruction if he tries to come at him. Tries to get the pull, he doesn't get it. Big damage coming out. He's trying to get the damage, but Original Hero is definitely more prepared for the build, and he knows what he's running now, so he's able to counter. And that's what happens when you really understand the other classes really, really well, like Original Hero does. You can kind of expect what they're running, and you can kind of counter that. This one's probably going to go to the map mechanic. There's a lot of evade coming out from Lamppost, and there's a lot of sustain coming out from Original Hero, and there's a lot of Condi clear coming out from Lamppost as well. They're just kind of trading blows. No one's getting the better of the exchanges at the moment. Now Original's starting to take it up a bit, but as you can see, there's so much Condi clear. He's got to be a little more patient. He can't get too aggressive. He's got to force Original to go through a lot of his matches. You can see his heal mantra hasn't even been used yet. He has gone through a couple of his echoes of truth because see, he was on his last charge and he was patient. Just using the W key sometimes really helps. Tries to get the pull. Good job by Lamppost porting out of there. This is probably going to go to the map mechanic again, 45 seconds, and Lamppost is a little more prepared this time. He understands the dynamic of it and what it does, because at first he didn't know that it did that much damage. We got 30 seconds left, 35 seconds, and now they're going to have to start thinking about cooldowns. Going to have to start thinking about what's going to be happening next. What can I do during this map mechanic? And it should go into the Lamppost's favor. But Original does have a lot of blocks and does have a lot of blinds. And this is where it starts to get interesting. And this is where around 5 to 8 seconds is where you want to try to put as much pressure as you can, so you can kind of bring them down before they can heal up from it. And if they start off with half health coming in, ooh, nice pull. This is exactly what you wanted. No, they're both starting at full health. He's got a lot of his mantras to his available. Only 2 pages in his first mantra. Really good job by Lamppost putting the pressure, and he's not able to sustain. Really good job backing out. He's just kind of waiting. Gets him in the Ray of Judgment. That could be very dangerous for Lamppost. He's doing a good job of mitigating, but it's also making him use a lot of his initiative in order to mitigate that Ray of Judgment. So really good call by Original. He's got his Shield of Wrath up, and as I mentioned, there's a lot of blocks and blinds that are coming, so it's able to mitigate even without healing. He does have some barrier to his availability. He's got to be really careful now. The map mechanic is starting to force them out. Original's bouncing really close to it. He's dead. Yeah. Really close. Unfortunate, but these are the things that if you guys are coming up and you are going to have your next match, at least you know what the map mechanic is and you can be a little more prepared for it. So that's Control Freak that moves on. Our next match is going to be Glitch versus Clown. Glitch versus Clown, guys. That's our next match. And I wanted this one to be a little smaller. I wanted anywhere from 12 to 14 participants, but we ended up getting like 21 people. I had 21 people register and 21 people roster check. So everybody showed up, I believe. I don't think I've had any. Did I have a substitute? I may have had. Yeah, I did have one substitute. Vonage was the one who roster checked him at the beginning, and then he ended up maybe he had something wrong with his internet or something of that nature. So I know there's Glitch who's already in. I know Clown is here. He might be looking at his build just to take a quick look. Yeah, there he is. I'm going to whisper him right now.
Well,
But
you must stop clowning around.
hey, Boston. Fun duel. Thank you, City Snowfall. That was really fun. Thank you so much, man, for coming. I really appreciate it, guys. Hey, Boston. So there is Clown. Let's take a quick look at... We didn't see Glitch at the beginning. He's running with Runa the Eagle with Demolisher, trying to get that heavy pressure. He's got Great Sword with Staff. He's running Death Magic, Soul Reaping, and Reaper. He just made this build not too long ago, so I'm curious to see how well it does. And I don't mind, guys, you're allowed to bring any custom build you want, whatever you want to do. It's encouraged. I encourage it for these. I want to try to break through from the meta, create something that's a little our own. And 1v, whoa, big pressure from Clown. Great knockdown. Got him in the emote and just fucking blew his face right off. And Clown's one of the best Deadeyes that I know of. He mains this class and he plays it very good. And if you look at the actual brackets right here, you can see Dry Dude right there, Ace Dange is right there, so they're both really top dudes.
The best Deadeye in the game.
Yeah, I believe he is one of the best. How's the tourney going, Bossum? Really good, man. Really good. I have 21 people signed up, a lot of top tier guys. I only wanted, like I said, 12 to 14, but the last 10 minutes is where I get a flurry of invites because I always put out 10 minutes left to sign up, last chance, and everybody's like, you know what, I'll do it. So right now we have 21 people in. We only had one guy that wasn't able to show up. That was Matt Aries. He probably had some sort of issue. He's a really nice dude, and he usually just comes to watch, and he substitutes a lot for me. So here we go with game 2, guys. Our next match after this, just so you know, and I'll post the brackets again so you can follow along with me. Here are your brackets, guys. Challenge.com.
What we'll see here is a Deadeye show up suddenly and shoot a little person, and then the match will be over.
A little person.
So here we go, Tiny Spook versus Clown, game 2.
This is a very intense strategy.
He's trying to stay away a little bit this time. This is a good idea for him. He's just not wait. He doesn't want to get caught by Clown. Clown, I don't think he's going to be able to pull that off a second time, but you never know. He's very good at setting these up. He's just kind of sitting back waiting for him, and he's allowed to do that. He's being patient, forcing. He's just sitting in the spawn, waiting for him to show up. There he is. Now he's going to start the engage. Good job by putting that on top of him. Gets him in the big CC again. And the emote. He goes into that. It's a shroud to try to get the pressure onto Cloud. But it's just not going to be enough. And that's Tiny Spook that goes on. And Cloud that moves forward. Our next match is going to be Shiro versus Dr. Cook. This is going to be a good match. I'm excited to see this one. It's another Deadeye. A Deadeye versus... I can't forget what Dr. Cook was running. I think he was on Reaper? Firebrand? So Dr. Cook versus Shiro is our next match, guys, coming up. This should be a good one. And thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you like this type of content, I do it every single day. Take a look at my highlights video. Since I've started maybe a month and a week ago, I'm pretty new to very new to shoutcasting, so bear with me. I get better as I practice every day. But if you like this type of stuff, click that follow, click that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It's like patting me on the back, telling me to keep going with this. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Here we go into our next match. Let's take a look at Soro over here. He's running Trickery, Deadly Arts, and Deadeye. He's got Rifle with Sword Pistol, Scholar with Marauder. Let's take a quick look at Elite Aegis over here. He's running Axe Shield with Sword Focus. He's got Rune of the Grenth with Rune of the Berserker, Virtues, Valor, and Firebrand. This is and I mentioned, guys, let me just go over the rules with you one more time. The class you start with is the class you finish with, and these 3 specs you cannot change. You have to stay with the 3 specs that you go into, but you can change all your traits. You can change your weapons, your sigils, your rune, your amulet, whatever you so choose. It's interesting. I don't know if he went Berserk last time. But this time he is going berserk for the heavy damage, and it's probably a smart idea because Zoro doesn't have too much strength to him. He's very, very squishy, and when Elite Aegis does get his moment of opportunity, he's got to seize it immediately. So going with Rune of the Berserk kind of gives him that extra edge and be able to put that extra pressure onto Zoro. And if he's able to get him low, then Zoro's not going to be able to engage as hard. Elite Aegis is kind of sitting back. I think he might be AFK. He hasn't charged any of his... No, there he is. He has gone back. Sorry, Glitch. Glitch, you clearly overestimated my skills.
Were able to apply chill.
Yep. Glitch, you clearly overestimated my skills to put me against these players every time. Sorry, Glitch. I'll make sure to put you against someone a little softer next time. I didn't expect you to go against Clown right away, but... Tries to get him in the pool. Good job by Zoro mitigating that. He's just getting that heavy cleave on top of him, getting some good pot shots, and this is what he wants. Elite Aegis doesn't have too much in the way of ranged projectiles. He does have the shield to block any projectiles coming towards him, and he's got to be able to be really quick on that. And once again, like I said, he is running Rune of the Berserk, so he doesn't have that much sustain. He's gone through a lot of his mantras already. He's got the big burning on Zoro. Zoro doing a really good job. He ports back on top of him. The Shield of Wrath is there, and that's a good combo to use. Shield of Wrath with renewed focus, because when you pop Shield of Wrath, it becomes invulnerable with you, so it almost forces the explosion from Shield of Wrath. Really good positioning by Zoro, taking full advantage of the fact that Elite Aegis is down, and on top of it, he was in a no port. So even if Elite Aegis wanted to close the gap and come up to him, he couldn't. So that was a good win by Zoro on that one. We're moving into game 2. I'm curious to see if he actually ends up changing his Berserk and goes back to something a little more sustaining. But we're going to see that very soon. I don't think my stream is lagging. Nope, doesn't seem to be lagging. Sweet. So take a quick look at Elite Aegis. Let me see if he makes any changes. I'm not sure if he's going to.
I really don't understand Aegis's build.
He's
Rather rude choice.
I think he was trying to go for the extra damage, but it made him really, really, really soft. But Elite Aegis is one of the top guys. He's really, really good at Firebrand. And like I said, you're allowed to use whatever you want. You're allowed to try custom builds, anything you want. There's nothing real. You don't lose anything. There's 0 entrance fee to come into any of my tourneys. I never charge anything, and all these tourneys are sponsored by the community. All the gold I give away, some of it is from me. Obviously I don't use gold for anything, so when I play a lot, so I spam rank and I get gold from there. So I usually put in like anywhere from 70 to 100 gold of my own, and then the rest of it's from the community. I try to save a lot of it for the big weekend tournaments. This weekend I'm going to be trying to do a 3v3 either on Saturday or on Sunday. I'm not sure. It's probably going to be Sunday though.
Son of a bitch, I just figured it out. He's weaponizing his heat.
Yeah?
Basically, yeah, the Rune of Granth has an effect that it basically chill nearby targets when you use your healing skill. And given the low cooldown of mantras, well, that basically weaponizes his heat.
He does have a 10-second internal cooldown on the chill though.
That is true.
But he still can use it every 10 seconds, which is still pretty nice. How long is the chill duration?
To my, if memory serves, 4 seconds. Not bad.
Ruthless
Not
Bronco.
OP by any means.
He kind of sounds like Cell. He's talking about you and not this. I'm not sure. I think Cell from I think Metal Gear Solid or something. Oh no, Cell from Dragon Ball Z. I think he's talking about.
I do remember him.
I do.
Same guy who voices Alucard
Yeah.
in TFS.
Yeah, exactly.
He's basically my hero.
Elite Aegis is under a really big pressure right here now. I don't know if he wants to go down here. This is bad positioning for him. You can see, oh, there you go. Good job by Elite Aegis. He saw that Zoro touch that little no port spot for a second, and he came right up onto him. Really good cleave. He's able to go into renewed focus. This is dangerous, though. That was a renewed focus used almost not very wisely. He had all his tombs available to him. Really good cleave by Zoro. He's trying to keep the heavy pressure. He's standing in the projectile hate. Oof, and that's Zoro that takes him down.
Fuck hell. Deadeye is scary.
Deadeye is very scary. So that's Shiro that moves forward. Now we're going to have another good match. Joker versus EMF. This is going to be good. So Joker versus EMF. Let's take a look over here. La Louve de Chagrin. He's running Rune of the Resistance. He's got Demolisher. He's probably waiting for his opponent to come up. Oh, are you serious? Is this? Yeah, that is. Let me see. Another day. Another Deadeye. I didn't think he would be running Deadeye. He does. This is the. I rarely see Deadeyes in my tournament, and the only Deadeyes I do see are Clown and Sorrow. And Oni Joker over here, where usually sometimes he'll run Firebrand, sometimes I think Thief, and now he's running over here with Deadeye. So this is going to be an interesting turn of events. There is a lot of damage going to be coming out from EMF, I mean Lycar, so he's got to be really careful, but he doesn't have too much in the way of clearing the distance or closing that gap. He does have his Hollow Leap, he does have his Jump Shot, but that's about it that he has in the terms of that. He can use the Stealth to try to get to him. This is going to be tough. Let's take a quick look at what he's running over here, Rifle, and I'm sure this is a build he just made because he does still have all the basic, he doesn't have any skins on. He's got Rifle with Sword Pistol. He's running with Infiltration and Paladine. Interesting. Deadly Arts, Trickery, and Deadeye. Let's take a quick look over here at La Louve du Chagrin. Alchemy Tools and Hollowsmith. Glacial Rifle. He's running with the Sigil of Cleansing and Energy. I'm not sure if the cleansing will be. Maybe if he wants to cleanse on the Amoeb that he's probably going to get stuck in. But there's a lot of Condi cover that he can put for the Amoeb. And he's running Rune of the Resistance. There we go, but both players have readied up, guys.
Just call her Wolf. That'll make it easier.
Oh, Chagrin is Wolf?
No, Louve basically is a female wolf. Du Chagrin would mean of sorrow.
Of Sorrow? The Wolf of Sorrow? The female Wolf of Sorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that's a bit of a mouthful, so just avoid saying all.
There you go. La Louve is... Good job, he's staying... Oof. Good job using that. He'll be mitigating a lot of his opener. Just standing a little shy of that Dagger Storm. Tries to get him in the Shockwave. Doesn't get it. Tries to pop the Photon Blitz. Low Sirius gets far away. Really good job of drawing him into the open. Ooh, the Prime Light Beam. I think he caught him in the Prime Light Beam. Now he's really tough. Dagger Storm again to try to mitigate any damage. But he's got to be able to create that gap. If he doesn't, La Louve is going to get the advantage. Oh my goodness gracious. He just got out of there with the Elixir S. This is a bad spot for him. He doesn't want to be too close. And same with La Louve. He doesn't want to be, I mean, Allah, are you serious? This is where he wants to be. He's not able to capitalize on that. And that's the thing with the Hollows. Their cooldown on their healing turret is very, very short. So when you get that little window of opportunity, you got to take it immediately. Dagger Storm once again to try to mitigate some more damage. He does get him in 1B to that photon wall. This doesn't look good. He's trapped in the corner. Oof, oof, oof. That Elixir S changed the entire course of this match. And as you can see, he was going to die. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead. But he ended up popping that Elixir S, going back into the spawn point, stepping on top of the no port, and he's able to not let Lol Sirius get any too much damage. He did have an opportunity when he was running through here, but he wasn't able to capitalize on it.
I gotta say, I don't know if it's the meta build for the moment for Deadeye, but my dude is using Paladin.
Yeah, he is using Paladin, I guess, for the higher sustain against the Deadeye, against the Hollowsmith. But I think maybe, you know what I mean? It's a, you know, hindsight's 50-50. If he didn't use Paladin, maybe he would have been able to put more damage. But if he didn't use Paladin, maybe he would have been downed a little earlier. It kind of goes both ways, so it's a little different. Dodson, that voice gets me every time. Yeah, that's why I like using it. It's a very unique voice.
When he casts a cantrip, he gets a new stolen skill, which then synergizes with improvisation from Deadly Arts.
Okay.
When he uses a stolen skill, then it recharges one type of thief ability. So that's how he was able to use 3 Dagger Storms in the last match, which makes him very
Yeah, I did notice that. It was Yeah, very interesting, and that's what I appreciate when people come into these 1v1s like that, using something different. And I did notice those 3 Dagger Storms. I was like, what is going on? Soro just explained it for us. Good job by him. This is what he wants to do. Create that distance, create that gap, make him come into the area that he needs to be in. As I mentioned, La Louve doesn't have much gap closers. He's kind of stuck in this position. There's the Hollow Leap. He does have the drop shot. Ooh, Lol Sirius I guess he was waiting for that shockwave. Really good bait. Goes right onto the no port. He gets him in the net shot. There's the photon wall. Really good use of the photon wall. Goes into Dagger Storm, but oh, he tried to bait him into really good bait by Laluf. Using the Prime Light Beam, he sees the charge. He dodges back. Wasted a dodge. Then he uses it. That was beautiful. Very, very well executed by Lycar. As you can see, the bait and switch, that was really, really good. Now we're going into our next match, which is Deuce versus Black Bear. Deuce versus Black Bear.
Excuse me, Deuce?
Deus is his real name, but I call him Deuce all the time. It's just how I pronounced it when I first met him, and I've never changed it since then.
Okay. My dude was actually called just Deuce. Soul Beast.
Yeah, he's really good. He doesn't usually use Soul Beast, to be honest. He usually goes on. He's usually using Core Ranger most of the time. Soul Beast, Beast Mastery with Skirmishing. He's going Mad King Runes with Berserker. Great Sword with Warhorn and Axe. This is very interesting. He's always theory crafting. He's always trying different things. I'm very, very, very excited for the patch. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of funny builds coming into the 1v1. I'm going to do a 1v1 that day for sure, just to see what people have come up with. So it's going to be really exciting to do. So remember, patch day, I'm going to do a big 1v1, and we're going to see all the funny builds that everybody has come out with.
That one wolf pack is going to hurt you using Mad King Rune.
Yep. He's going to try to get him in that big, big burst. Now, Gaming does have a lot of CC. He has a lot of invuln. Oh, nice knockdown. But as you can see, the invuln he has a lot of ports, and Deuce has got to be really careful for the Condi, but he does have a decent amount of Condi clear. He's got to be careful for that Chaos Storm. And good job by Deuce just kind of backing out. He knows he doesn't have much left in his tank, so he's just kind of mitigating some of this damage. He's got to be really careful with that Torment. That Torment's just ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking away. He gets him in a stun. This doesn't look good for Deuce. He's in big trouble, and Black Bear ends up taking game one. And Deuce is, like I said, he's usually always theory crafting, but I'm really, really excited to see on Monday. I think they said on the 1st, but that makes me a little curious because usually they always do patches on the Tuesday. But apparently they're saying it's going to come out on the 1st. The 1st is a Monday, so I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but we'll soon find out. I'm excited to see the 1v1 on Monday. I'm really, really excited to see that and what people are going to bring out. There's a lot of changes coming to Necros. I don't see too many Scourges, but there's going to be a lot of changes to most of the classes. Hollowsmith's getting a little bit of a nerf. Scrapper's getting a buff. We're getting Rangers getting a huge change. There's a lot of changes going on with Scourges. Rangers, yeah, there's a lot of them going on, man. The 1st is a Tuesday. Oh, booster. Oh, thank you so much. I didn't know that.
I don't know about perfect balance. Soul Beast is clearly quite.
Dragon Slayer, if ANET drops a patch Monday, you know that all PvP will crash.
I mean, Soul Beast is still capable of like 64k mauls on a frequent basis.
No, guys, I never show chat.
I guarantee you.
Hold on, guys. Here we go. Magic Dragon is already taking heavy pressure. He's got a lot of Condi on him. He's able to clear that. Now he's got to get the counter pressure onto Gaming Wizard as much as he can. He did a good job there, but he can't take lots of Chaos Storm. That's really good job by Black Bear, keeping that up constantly to try to remove any boon that he might have on top of him. This doesn't look good for Deuce. He ends up going down. And there's someone that mentioned that they want me to show chat, but I don't show chat because, like I said, I don't moderate chat. I let everybody talk whatever they want in there because in competitions you need some sort of shit talk. If it gets a little out of hand, I'll do something about that. But if you lose a match or if you win a match, there's a lot of emotions that go wild. So people sometimes say stuff that they don't really mean. So I always try to hide chat and try to keep the people's credibility. I think that's it. That's it for our 1st and 2nd round, guys. We're finally in the quarterfinals. So our next match and the first match in the quarterfinals is going to be Control Freak. Mike fucking sucks. Booster. I haven't cleared his bear stance. The build's a one-trick pony. Yeah, and it's very hard to catch that onto especially a Condi Mirage. There's so much mitigation. So now we have Control Freak versus Malcareer. This is going to be a really good match. Malcareer's in a little bit of a sticky situation. Control Freak does have a lot of abilities to block and blind and re-sustain. So Odith has just got to be really tricky. Try to bait Control Freak into using a lot of their mantras and a lot of their tombs. But this is going to be tough. Super, 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 super tough.
All that I'm doing is I'm just looking at this the snowman pet, and I'm just thinking his serious mode is like putting 4 little acorns or whatever in his mouth to make a smile.
Thank you for that, Lycar. Mike is cool. Lycar is. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
And again, you just look at that face and can just tell, like, you will have no mercy for.
So here we go in the beginning of our first round. Now Odith going in really hard on him, just trying to get as much burning and as much damage as he can, trying to force him into using a lot of cooldowns. Really good job by Original though, mitigating most of that entry. Ooh, big damage. As you can see, he hasn't even gone through any of his tombs. He's only used like 3 casts from his mantras. Really good job by Original Hero. Oof. Big burning coming on Odith, and as I mentioned, this is going to be really tough. Control Freak is a fucking monster, man. So it was a really good job. And Odith, like I said, is a very strong player. So you can, oh, that was interesting. He also doesn't have the advantage. So he did get him to half really quick, but you can see the patience from Original Hero. He just finally went into one of his tombs when he started to get more aggressive. He noticed that Odith used all of his cooldowns, used the strength of the pack, his rapid fire, everything he had in his toolkit, and then Control Freak noticed it, took full advantage, went into his first tomb, and put in some heavy damage. Does this motherfucker have a Monster Energy drink logos tattooed on his fingers? No. This is Eminem, the name of my renovation company. It was my name, my buddy's name, and my twin brother's name. I actually have a twin brother, identical twin brother, and then a crown at the end because we're kings. Then I got my birthday over here. I got a bunch of sayings over here. I got a bunch of tattoos. My chest is covered. A bunch. I just went ham one day.
Basically, if you punch someone, they know like your social security number or something.
Maybe. So we got Olith over here trying to put the barrage. Really good job on the knockback. It's super unfortunate that he got the knockback because he was LOS. Really good pressure, and that's a good job. He's actually staying a little far away from him, not getting too close. Now he's going to try for the engage. Goes under the quickness with the what is that called again? The elite. There you go, strength of the pack. This doesn't look good. Really good job by, I keep saying really good job. Excellent job. It turned out to be very wholesome. Good job by Original Hero right now, but also with the barrage, and that's what I mentioned. Not only does the barrage put the cleave, but it also puts the cripple, so he's able to create that distance, get back a bit. He tries to get him in the maul, but he's able to put up the shield wrath. I was about to say good job again. Nice on the knockback. Oh, if he gets the symbol down, he's trying to get some big cleave again with the barrage. This doesn't look good for Odith. He's stuck. There's a lot of burning stacking up on top of him. He's able to clear it a bit. He's just trying to get heavy pressure onto him. He's not able to land any of the mauls. Really good job by Original Hero. He gets him in the Ray of Judgment. He gets his heal off. Tries reflexes back. He's got his block for his greatsword. He's still got the burning on top of him. It's just slowly ticking away his health. This is the kind of spot that he wants to be in, creating that big gap. He's gone through 2 of his tombs. He still has his healing tomb available to him. His mantras are still there. He tries to get the pull. Good dodge. Nice knockback. I think he's used strength of the pack once more. Trying to just go for the heavy damage. This doesn't look good. Maybe the timer is the best way he can do it. Really good job. Oh, if he waited a couple more seconds, the timer is coming up and he's able to re-sustain all the way back up. The timer has finally ticked. Oh, that would have been really good if he saved that for a couple more seconds, for a little more seconds, and then was able to get that big burst on him at the end. Really good pull by Original. He's backing out, reflexes. Big barrage. This might be the end of it. Odith, can he pull it out? He's got no burning on him. There's no Condi ticking away. He does get the down. He has the pet as well. The pet is just too strong in this situation. Odith takes the game. Really good job by Odith. You need to get your identical brother to play Guild Wars 2 on stream, but he needs like the exact same handle with the 1 letter difference. You're doing fine, Oashi. I feel like you have what's going on. Thank you, Princess Hugs. I really appreciate that, guys. And I always say that I'm really new to shoutcasting, so it's really difficult for me. I'm just learning as I go. But every time I do it and I get support and love from you guys, I don't get too nervous. But as the days pass, I get better and better. And I'm not good with Revs or Ellies, so I'm trying to play them so I can kind of understand their mechanics and what they do in the name of their moves. So it really helps a bit. Oh, that was an impressive match. These are both really good jobs. And that was 2 or 3 times I thought Odith was going to die. But he took full advantage of that. And maybe now that he knows that the map mechanic is there, he's going to take that into consideration and maybe use that. Anything, good job avoiding that Ray of Judgment. You saw the Ray of Judgment proc, and he put his hand up to proc it onto him. Odith saw it and used his evade to get out of it. He actually uses a taunt on him, tries to get the maul, is not able to get it. He's got to be really careful here. Notices that he's not going to be able to get it. Puts down the barrage again to create that distance. Lots of pressure. He might be able to take him. He's got Condi on top of him. Odith is trying to barrage. He's got the projectile hate. He uses his block to create that distance, and that's what he wants to do. He did get the Ray of Judgment on him. He's creating that distance. He's just got to try to get away. He's waiting for a couple more cooldowns. He does have his heal. Good knockback from the Shield of Absorption. That was crucial. He wasn't able to get his sustain. He does pop the heal. This is bad news for Odith over here. That was a beautifully executed Shield of Absorption, especially on the heal that he caught him on. He goes for his block tower, trying to create some more distance. There's a minute left in this map mechanic. He has gotten very close to taking him down, but he's really quick on his responses, Control Freak. He uses the reflexes to create some more distance. He's got the pet just trying to keep that AoE pressure. Drops the symbol. Tries to barrage right point blank in his face. That's ballsy. Odith is getting really low. Same with the original hero. This is an epic match so far. Puts the barrage down again. He's trying to evade. He's got the shield block up. This is one of the better core rangers that I've ever seen. Tries to get them all again. Really good job by original hero. I think he's been hit by maybe 1 or 2 mauls maximum. Here comes the heal again. Now there's 20 seconds left on the map mechanic. They got to be really careful. He's got pretty much all his cooldowns come that when he does have that map mechanic that does proc, he will have a lot of his cooldowns. So take a look at original hero. He's gone through one of his heal mantra. That's going to be pretty crucial without that heal mantra. He's getting really low now. Odith, he gets the big CC. He's not able to capitalize. Shield of Absorption to try to mitigate some more damage. Oh, Odith is in big trouble. There's no more map mechanic. There's map mechanic has proc. He tried to use his heal, but he didn't know. Oh, this doesn't look good. He gets him. Oh, big barrage. He's not able to capitalize, and that's original hero that takes it. You're doing fine, Oeshi. Oh, yeah, it should be Micah from Booster. Micah. So that's Control Freak. That takes that one, guys. Really, really epic match. Another game 3. That was good. Thank you so much for coming out here. Epic, epic. And I think the cards were stacked against you on that one. You did a really good job. So now we have Deadeye versus Deadeye. Sorrow versus Clown. This is going to be a good one. Now, Sorrow did fight him before, and he got a little spanked by Clown. So maybe he can take his vengeance on this one. So here we go. This is going to be a Deadeye versus Deadeye. Yeah, Sorrow got spanked, so hopefully he can get some vengeance on this one. And Clown's got something to prove, and he's going to come at him hard. Last time they fought, Clown had no mercy. He just went full ham on him. Dad versus son, Laloup. Will son prevail? Come here, my son. Both into stealth. Now Clown is really good. He's really good at baiting, really good at kiting. He can set up his combos really well. Sorrow's got something to prove on this one. He's got to get a game down on Clown. He can't let him spank him like he did last time. Good port getting out. Clown wasted a lot of his opener on that. He dropped a little... oh, Sorrow actually gets it down on him. They're exchanging blow for blow really good right now. Big, big blow. Oh my God. Sorrow gets him down. Really good job. The son has taken the first victory over the father. Really, 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 really good job. That was good. Really good job. And he kneels. Oh, shit. Damn, yeah, Princess Hugs. That was really good. Damn. Hey, thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate that. Coscore. Thank you for the follow, guys. When you guys click follow or click subscribe, it really encourages me. It just lets me know I'm doing a good job. It's like patting me on the back and saying, Mike, keep up the good work, bro. Thank you so much. So thank you, Costco, for the follow. I really appreciate that, man. Big ups to you, bro. So here we go into game 2. Damn, the BM Neil. This is actually really a baller stream. Thank you, Booster. I really appreciate that, man. Hey, thank you for that. That was Mimi Biggs. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. If you guys like this type of stuff, I do a tournament every single day. Take a look at my highlights videos. You'll see when I first started to now, every day I do something. 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, Fashion Wars. Let's take a look at this. Sorry guys. Soro is in good port by Soro, creating that distance, creating that LOS. He goes into stealth, trying to catch him. Ooh, big damage coming onto Clown. He's getting the better of the exchange, but it can change in a heartbeat. As you can see right here, the damage is so strong. Good job by Soro, just getting out, trying to regain his composure. He's trying to catch him in the big cleave. This might be bad. Soro, Clown got hit, but he's not able to capitalize. That was so crucial. That could have been the end of it for Clown, but he wasn't able to get it. He ported up to the no port, and he was able to stop him. Good job by Soro trying to track him, but now he's used a lot of his mitigation and his port, so now Clown might have the advantage over here. He's got to be super careful. Oh my god, he almost got him. Oh my god, he's so low. Oh, the son has taken over the father's reign. He is the new champion. Really good job by Soro taking that one. Really good job by Clown being a really good sport. Big ups to you, Clown. Really good sport. He said, GG, good games, man. Really good job. I like that. Especially, Clown's a solid top tier player. And some top tier players are afraid to lose because of the backlash that they'll get. You know, they're expected to be really good, but you know, no one always wins all the time. You can't always fucking win, and he took that like a fucking champion. Big ups to you, Clown. I really appreciate that, man. Took it on the chin and kept walking, and you even gave him props for winning the game. Really good. Thank you so much for that. So next matchup is going to be EMF versus Axel. Axel did pretty good. He was a warrior, spellbreaker. He did a pretty good job in this. So it's going to be Axel versus EMF. I feel like the hair on your face is upside down. That's what a lot of people say. I've been growing this beard for a while now, maybe about almost 6 months or 8 months. And people find it funny. He's like, you got no hair on your head, but you have it on your face. And I haven't had it. I went bald. I started going bald at 16, and then at 17 I just bicked it. So I've never had hair. So now I have this big mane over here, and I don't know how to handle it. Gets a little out of control. Yeah. So he got legendary dagger. He's got a dagger shield, great sword. He's running strength. He's got strength, discipline, and spellbreaker. This is going to be an interesting match. This is the first time I think the first time I've seen Axel in my 2v2s. Really good job, Cleve. And now he's got to be really careful over here. La Louve is very susceptible to high damage. He gets him in the good whirlwind. He's got the photon wall up. Good job of using that LOS to try to mitigate some of the damage. He has gone down. He uses his rampage. There's the rock throw. Good job. Really mitigating all of that. That was really good job by La Louve. But at the same time, this is what Krillin wants to do. He wants to get him to use a lot of his evade, a lot of his invuln, and that was another good job. He saw the full counter. He's in the block. He just completely stood there and waited for him. Big prime light beam. He's able to break the prime light beam. Tries to get him the breaching strike. Doesn't get it. He's standing in the AoE from the... oh, he got him in the big stun. And the warriors can always be dangerous, even at low health. It doesn't matter. He tries to get him in the bull's charge. Another breaking strike, putting up some heavy pressure. He gets him in the shockwave. Oh, really good exchange on that one. Ah, I see. That's too bad. Must have been 40 years. I'm actually 33 years old, guys. Just so you know, and I can give it out there to you. And also, they say you lose your hair because of too much sexual testosterone. So ladies out there, I'm just being an idiot. Sorry, guys. That was a really good fight, guys. Epic. And EMF Lycar is a very strong hollow, so that was a really good performance by Axel right there. He got really close, and warriors can always be dangerous. So you have a twin? Yeah, I do. I have an identical twin brother. We used to work in Toronto. I came back to Montreal, and he stayed in Toronto. I might be going back in the wintertime just to do a little bit of work with him. I miss my brother. I have a lot of brothers. I have 4 brothers, actually. So here we go.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, big family. My mama. We're Portuguese. You know how the Portuguese do, boy. The romanticizing.
Yeah.
You can get DP by Mike Brewster. Yeah, he's also bald as well. He's the identical twin. He looks exactly like me. He's bald as well. We both lost our hair at the same exact time. We're sex gods, I tell you. Okay, so Killen doing a really good job this time. He's not getting too much damage onto him. He uses the whirlwind to try to get through that. Really good job evading that shockwave. He's get caught in the nutshell. This is not a position he wants to be in. Really, really bad spot. He's able to break stun on that. Tries to get the breaching strike. He does, actually. And now if Lelufa was able to stand back a little farther on that no port, this is really good for... He tries to get him. Oh, he gets him in the arcing slice. 100 blades. He actually stood in the 100 blades. Another breaching strike. He gets him in the prime light beam. This is going to be good. He does have his block and his full counter up. He goes into Rampage as his only choice. Tries to get the rock throw, but doesn't get it. This is really good fight so far, but he does have his healing turret that comes up, and once that healing turret comes up, it's going to be no good for him. He's got the photon wall up. He's got his really good exchange. The photon wall, and then he countered the photon wall with the full counter, but wasn't able to sustain. Really, really, really good fight, Axel. The 2-0 score does not justify how well you did in that match. Really, really good. This is our last match in the quarterfinals. It's going to be, Nanuntis versus Black Bear.
Oh boy.
This is Nanuntis that you hear inside the Discord. He's the man with the Char voice. And I want to get him. He used to do shoutcasting for me. Tis odd. He used to do shoutcasting for me in the past. And I hope to get him again to do some shoutcasting for me. Damn, that's actually kind of cool. Would have been funny if your twin had the opposite hairstyle.
Work in my favor.
Sorry, Nanuntis?
Hmm?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
We're saying if this goes well again, the lag will work in my
I hope so. So here we'll take a look at Black Bear one more time. He's running Dueling, Chaos, and Mirage. He's got Scepter with Pistol and Staff. He's running with Traveler and Wanderer Amulet. Let's take a look at Nanuntis. He usually runs with Core Necro, but he's running with Reaper on this one. Wanderer with Rune of the Traveler. He's got Scepter with Pistol and Staff. He's running... Oh, no, this is not Nanuntis. My bad, guys. Here's Nanuntis over here. He's running Curse's Spite with Reaper. He's running with Warhorn and Scepter. Staff with Undead and Rabid. Interesting. Really good CC over there on Nanuntis. The bleeding doesn't hurt too bad. If it goes over 14, 15 stacks, then the bleeding can start really, big Condi bomb. But there's not too many stacks on any of these Condis. These are kind of like bait Condis. He's trying to get him to use it as Condi clears. Not able to get any pressure onto Gaming Wizard. There is so much invuln, CC, Vade, ports. And that's Black Bear. That takes game on. Yeah. My brother has a lot more tats than me. His chest is like my chest is covered and a little bit of my stomach is covered, but his whole torso, all of his back, all of his arms, all of his legs. He's the one who got me into tattoos. We used to do like I said, we had a renovation company, and then sometimes we'd just be like, tattoo day? Yeah, tattoo day, and then we just run off and go get tattoos. We would do that for like a year or two straight, just constantly doing them, and then they become addictive. My brother's got a lot more tattoos than me. He's completely covered. He's got some really nice ones too, holy moly. There's a girl that we know that's in Montreal, used to be a high school friend of ours, and she started to get really good, and then she's one of the top tattoo artists in Montreal, so we get a lot of our tattoos done by her. She's fucking pro. Me and my brother do have, like, this cross, we have the same tattoo. This guy, we have the same tattoo. This M&M, I have the same tattoo. I have a symbol of our company on the back of my calf. We have that same tattoo. So there's a few of them that we have the same. So here we go into game 2. Let's see if Nanuntis can kind of counter this a little bit more. He's still running the same build that he has. We also have a third place match for this one today, guys. There's 200 gold we're giving out today. We're going to give... Oh, I'm going to go back to the match. Nanuntis has got the Spectral Walk to try to build up some Reaper Shroud if he can. There's a lot of Condi, so he can't get that much Shroud. He tries to get the chill out using his shield to the bone. Really heavy pressure, the confusion and the torment, and Nanuntis can't really go anywhere. He is lagging a lot, guys, so you have to take that in consideration as well. And I appreciate him still entering.
Going badly.
So that's actually Vonage or Black Bear that moves forward.
I am averaging at 1266. Fuck.
Ooh boy.
No. Bad timing on my internet to go down, but I'll still take it.
That's actually the police that use the tattoos to tell the difference between me and him more often than not, to be honest. They're the ones who are always like, you're not who. Let me see your tattoos, blah, blah, blah. So now the next up, our next match is actually going to be Control Freak versus Shiro. This is going to be a good match. I don't think it's going to be in Soro's favor, to be honest. There's a lot of sustain, but if he's able to catch him really quickly, but it's going to be hard. Control Freak's very, very, very quick on the reflexes. Who's Kazachi? I don't know who you are, sir, but I will make you spectate. Damn, my power went out. I was missing out. Do whatever you did again, over again, please. Hey, Booster. Yeah, exactly. Instead of ID, they always ask to show me the tats. They've even used my Facebook, because me and him, we got into a little bit of trouble. We would use each other's identities if we got in trouble. So I would pretend to be him, he would pretend to be me. They ended up getting to a point where they would use our Facebook to try to identify the tattoos and see the really dirty bastards. Yeah, a lot of people say that, guys. Twin 1 and Twin 2 on your forehead. So many people asked us to do that. Can you just do that, please? But once you know us after a while, you can tell the subtle differences. But if you've never seen us before, you'll never be able to tell who's who. So here he's got Marauder. He's running with a little more sustain. He's got Scholar pistol, sword with pistol, and he's got rifle in one hand, Trickery, Deadly Arts, and Deadeye. Let's take a look at Control Freak, the monster that's been tearing through this tournament so far, and same with Black Bear. I'm very interested to see how that turns out. Valor, Honor, and Firebrand. He's running with Axe, Shield, Sword, Focus, and Sanctuary with Harrier. Really good job by Soro. Really good Shield of Absorption. Gets him in the big pull, big Condi damage. And this is what Soro's got to be careful for. There's a lot of pressure, and once you put the pressure, he doesn't have enough time to set up. And he's also got the shield, the sword one. The binding, not the binding blade, but this right here, symbol of blades, to pour it onto his opponent. Soro's taking a lot of damage in this exchange. He can't get away. There's a cripple on him, and that cripple makes a huge difference. And that's Control Freak that takes the first one. Really good job, guys. I'll take this time to solicit you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Take a look at my highlights video. I do these every single day. 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, Fashion Wars contest, 5v5 in-houses, and soon to be free-for-all FFA Arena Battle Royale. I'm going to do that pretty soon. I want to do that in maybe a month once people start to really recognize me and understand what I'm doing. So once I try to do that event, they'll kind of respect it a little bit and try to play by the rules. Oh, why did I enter? I'm such an idiot. So if you like this type of content, guys, click that follow, click that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It's like a pat on my back, just saying thank you for bringing this to us, and I really appreciate it. And if not, guys, just sit there and enjoy watching, man. I really appreciate your company. So here we go again for game 2, guys. Oh, actually trying to sneak in. We can fight after. Yeah, after the tournament, guys, I'll allow anybody to fight whatever they want. So Original Hero doing a good job. He's trying to stay away, so using that LOS port. And another comment I have to make after, I'll tell you guys that I found really cool. Shield of Absorption. Oh, really good combo. Shield of Absorption with the big pull, putting on the heavy Condi damage. Soro doesn't have an answer for this. He's got to be able to stop him. There's just too much blocks, and he's able to close the gap. And as soon as he comes in for the exchange, Original Hero punishes him. He's got the Shield of Wrath ready up, so he can't even get through that. Oh, good punishment. That's Soro that moves forward. I mean, that's Control Freak that moves forward. We do have a game, a third place match, guys, so keep that in mind. Next up is going to be, oh, baby. This is going to be tough for EMF. EMF versus Black Bear. That's our next match. And something I found really cool, guys. When this map first came out, this pillar, hold on, I'll show you again. This pillar right here was much more predominant. It actually came up to like up here. So not only was it a no port, but it created a huge LOS. So whoever started on this side had a huge advantage. And also over here, it was very difficult to get up, and there was no other way. You were kind of stuck in here. And I was doing the first day this thing came out, I was I was doing a tournament on it. The first day it came out, I did a tournament on it. I did tournaments on it for about 2 weeks, and I kept complaining about this, not to anyone in particular, just to the stream. And then within 2 to 3 weeks, they patched it. Nobody uses this map at all. It's only us that really use it for tournaments, and I was really impressed. That kind of gave me an insight to, like, maybe they are watching, you know what I mean? Maybe they are looking at these and trying to make those little tweaks, because like I said, I complained about this for the 2 weeks that I was doing it, and within 2 to 3 weeks, they actually patched it and changed it. They lowered it, didn't make it as predominant, and they added this as well. So it's like kind of both sides have the advantage. They both have these little ramps that they can use with kind of like a little LOS, so it doesn't give the advantage over to the blue side or the red side too much. This is going to be really good. Lycar versus Black Bear. This is going to be a really intense match. He tries to get him. He's got to be very careful and very attentive for the CC, for the Condis. He's very susceptible to them. I don't know if he's taken anything. He does have the Rune of Resistance. He does have his cleansing on his swap. And he also does have the 2 condition cleanse if he's overheated. He actually went over. Ooh, there was a slight change over here that I did not notice. I don't think there's any Weavers in this tourney. Usually I do see Weavers because they're really strong, but it's like Magic Boy or Artemis or Sarista that run these Weavers. Weavers are hard to use if you don't know how to play them. You have to play them very, very well. Well, I was actually getting taught by Artemis. Hold on, guys. I don't want to distract from this fight. These guys are really skilled players, and I really enjoy watching this type of match. Using the no port really well. He's just cleaving like a madman, and if he's able to get rid of a lot of those clones, he's able to sustain through a lot of that damage. As you can see, he's not getting that many Condis on him. Really good on the photon wall, trying to keep that heavy pressure. Now he's getting the Gaming Wizard to use a lot of his CC. He's already gone through his distortion. He has gone through his Arcane Thievery. He does have a jaunt. He does have an illusionary ambush if he so chooses. But this is where it gets dangerous for Lycar. Oh, he's actually able to get that big CC. He's able to clear a lot of that. He's got big pressure onto him. Good job, Lycar. Come on, you can do it, bro. I have faith in you. But that Torment is just too much for him to deal. He actually has the Elixir S. Really good job. That's almost like another Rune of Resistance or something of that nature that he can use. Big, heavy pressure. He's got to get that cleave as much as he can. He tries the jump shot. This is getting tight. He does have the healing turret. Fuck yes. Good job, Lycar. Yeah, boy. Oh, I appreciate the fact that you don't play shit music. Music is secondary to the commentary, just background noise, but it's still pleasant. That's exactly it. I just like to have some background noise in the back. And actually, guys, this type of music is called electronic ambience isochronic tones, which helps you think clearer and faster, apparently. So I hope you enjoy it.
That sounded way too fancy.
I don't know if it really works, but it seems to, like, when you listen to it and you have nothing but that playing, apparently the tones that it plays on different, if you have headsets on, it sends different signals to each side of your ear, which is like there's a predominant side, or I don't know exactly how it works, but they said some sort of magic sorcery. That was a really good job, especially considering Lycar is very susceptible to Condi damage. They don't have much in the way. He's not even using Elixir C, bro. Full ham mode. And he actually switched over here. Increases maximum heat capacity while above heat threshold, periodically gain might. And that's why he also wants to do this, to be able to cleanse Condis. I think it's only 2 that he needs to get up to in order to cleanse the 2 Condis, so he can swap out and in very, very quickly. And he's also got the cleansing, so that's 3 Condis he can cleanse. He also has the Elixir S, which kind of serves as like a resistance. Big cleave. Now Black Bear is going to come out pretty hard here. He's just trying to cleave all down. He's standing in the Chaos Storm. Good job dodging out of that because he's got a lot of boots and he wants to take full advantage of that. The Condis are starting to attack up on Lycar. He's got 13 stacks of Torment. There you go. The 13 stacks of Torment are very dangerous and they're lingering for an incredibly long time. He does have his healing turret, and that you see right there, that was a clever move by Lycar as well. He didn't burst the healing turret, he dropped it and ended up picking it up, which actually reduces the cooldown of the turret by 5 seconds. So you can see it's already back up. Really good job by Laluf. He just used it for the Condi clear and a little bit of a top up. Blackbeard is really, really, really doing a good job of, I said it again, really good job. I gotta stop that. No, Moose didn't win. He ended up getting eliminated by Black Bear, unfortunately. Laluf's in big trouble here. Really good job by Black Bear. I said it again. I gotta stop saying really good job. That's not good. Stop saying that, Michael. Stop saying that. Excellent performance by Black Bear. He was able to counter his opponent really well. He adjusted exceptionally. I'm trying to use a different word. It's not working. So keep in mind, this is the last game in our semifinals, and after this, we're gonna have our third place. This is the epic, epic, epic semifinals. No better to end the semifinals with a game 3. Now it's La Louve's turn to compensate for what Gaming did. He's got to be able to adjust to how he played. He did a really good job in the first one, and Black Bear was like, okay, you know, I saw his play, I saw what he was attempting, so let me make some changes. He's got Dueling, Chaos, and Mirage. He's still got Rune of the Traveler with Wanderer Amulet. And that's, like I said, it's not necessarily just your build you have to change, it's your playstyle. The way you engage your enemy, the way you use terrain. And especially on this map, it's all about terrain. Hey, thank you so much, Tech Mojo. I really appreciate it. Tech Mojo is one of my first subscribers. He helped me a lot, and he still helps me to this day. Big ups to you, Tech Mojo. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I really appreciate you being a part of my stream and part of my community, or our community, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gaming, heavy pressure, but that was a very good exchange coming from both of them, but Black Bear getting the better exchange. He actually lands that. That was really good. He tries to go for the heavy pressure. That was excellent. He saw his moment of opportunity and he took it, but the Condi's just too strong on La Louve. Does he have anything to mitigate it? He does have his healing turret. He does pop it. Combos in through it. Gaming is really low. This is an epic match so far. He does have his Elixir S if he so chooses it, but he's being patient, and that's high tier play. He's not getting too excited. He's not getting too complacent. He's not just spamming them whenever he needs. He tries to get the Shockwave, and even just using the Shockwave kind of forces Gaming to use a some sort of cooldown or even an evade. Once he knows he uses the evade, he's a little more susceptible to his knockdowns and CCs. Gaming's got to be careful though at the same time. There's the Prime Light Beam. He noticed that he wasn't trying to bait it, and even though if he used the Prime Light Beam, that's a lot of CC. He was a little late on noticing it, and he took a lot of damage, and that's Black Bear that takes it. So this is our third place match, guys. It's going to be Sorrow versus EMF for the third place match. And for those of you who haven't seen the brackets and you want to see who participated and who was in this match, I'll post it for you right here. So that's the brackets of who's competed and everybody. Yeah, I gotta do it. Thank you so much, Tech Mojo. The physical pain he's in to complete a Condi mez. He's got to smoke to deal with it. I gotta quit smoking cigarettes. I definitely gotta do, but when you get in situations like this where you're excited, a cigarette, and you just get that nicotine in you, you're like, ah. So here we go with Sorrow versus EMF. There's 200 gold on the line over here, guys. For this is first, second, and third. That split it. It's 50% that goes to first place, 30% to second place, and 20% to third place. So both in stealth. Louve's got to be careful here. Gets him the Shockwave. Wow, he actually got him in that. Sorrow didn't catch that in time. He tries to get the Photon Blitz. He's trying to bait him into the... Good job with bait. And that's really good with the Prime Light Beam. You can really bait a lot. The cast time is really long and very obvious. Really good job by La Louve, just completely dominating in that one. Let's see how Sorrow adjusts. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you like this type of content, check out my highlights video. I do it every single day. My schedule is below, what I bring to the table, a little bit about me, the type of builds that I run. You can see them all below. So click that follow or click that subscribe, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Either way, thank you for coming and watching. It's been a pleasure. This is our third place match, and after this, we're going to be going into, he actually lays down, we're going to be going into our first place match. And our first place match is a Game 5 series. Game 5s, or how do I say it again? You know what I mean. Hey, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Nog4 TCD for the follow. Thank you so much. When you guys click follow or subscribe, it's patting me on the back and letting me know that I'm doing a good job, and just encourages me to keep going and keep going and keep going. I've been getting nothing but love, guys. I'm very new to Twitch. I'm very new to streaming. I'm very new to shoutcasting. I've only been doing it a little over a month, and the love and the response that I'm getting from you guys is amazing. You guys are almost starving for PvP. So as soon as I started doing it, you guys came to it like flies, man. It's just really, really amazing. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for me, man. I really appreciate it. I could not do it without you guys. Zoro taking some heavy damage. The photon wall is up, so he's able to mitigate anything that Zoro's trying to do on him. And he's got to try to bait that photon wall out of him. And he's also got to try to bait that Elixir S, because if Zoro tries to get some heavy pressure, he does have both of them to his availability. And they're on pretty quick cooldowns, so he's got to be quick. When he sees that window of opportunity come up, he must take it. Now he's kind of sitting back, waiting for Laluf to come towards him. He gets caught in the Prime Light Beam. Oof. 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 He got punished on that one. And that's Laluf. That takes third place. Now we're going on to the creme de la creme. Here we go, guys. The cream has finally risen all the way to the top, my friend. So now it's going to be Black Bear versus Control Freak. This is going to be good. Black Bear. This is going to be a doozy, boys. This is going to be a doozy. Let's take a look at gaming over here, see if he made any adjustments. He's still got Wanderer with Rune of the Traveler. He's still got his Pistol Scepter, Staff, and they're ready to go right away, bro. There ain't no fucking around here. Oh, it's a best of 5 series. That's what it is, best of 5 series. I always like to make the best of 5 because you don't know how many times I've gotten into a situation where one of the components has won 2 and then the other guy comes back and wins 3 in a row. So that goes to show you that anything can happen at any time, and sometimes it just takes a little bit to adjust to your opponent and see what he's running. Really good job by Gaming Wizard taking advantage of the upper tier, and Laluf is not able to get to him. I mean, Game Control Freak is not able to get to him because he's standing on a no port. Really good job of getting out of that symbol. He drops another symbol, just trying to keep the heavy pressure onto him. I haven't seen too many Chaos Storms over here. Now let's see what original. As you can see, he's still very comfortable in his cooldowns. He hasn't even gone through any of his healing or any of his really good pull over there. Oof. But he's able to counter pressure pretty hurt. He's got the projectile hate, tries to get him to pull. He's just trying to cleave him as much as he can. He's got to watch out for that confusion stacks. Really good job by Gaming. Look at all that Condi stacked up on top of him. And Original knows that it's not too much Condi. It just looks like a lot of Condi, but there's not too many stacks. So he kind of just stood there and mitigated it just like that with a little bit of heal. Now he's going through a little more of his cooldowns. He's getting a little low. Gaming Wizard's doing a really good job over here. Condi Mirage really strong. In the hands of a good player, it's really strong. Control Freak trying to get some pressure down. He's got a lot of Condi on him. He's got to be really careful. This is a Game 5 series, so there is a lot of room for adjustment, and it takes a little bit to kind of understand your opponent and what they're running. He's in big trouble here. He's got to get some counter pressure down. There's a lot of pressure. Gaming is just dumping it on top of him. Control Freak doesn't have much left. He's just trying to scepter at auto as much as he can to try to keep some pressure up onto him. Trying to get the LOS. He's able to clear that 17 stack of bleeding, which was huge. Shield of absorption up to try to block that projectile hate. So much coming out. His cooldowns are finally coming back up, and he has resustained. There's 5 seconds left on this cooldown. There's no more healing. That's perfect timing for Control Freak. And as you can see, he used all of his heals before the timer. There's too much Condi coming up. This doesn't look good for Control Freak. And that's Black Bear that takes game 1. Oof, Lord, that was impressive. Really, really impressive stuff right there. I wonder how Control Freak is going to adjust for this. Oh my god. Map chat is getting out of control. What the fuck? No one wants to hear about you eating ass. Keep your ass eating to yourself. I don't recommend ass lugs either. Oh, yeah. And like I said, map chat is because in competitions you need the art of shit talk. You need to have some sort of shit talk involved. So I leave map chat for that. I don't moderate it too much. But if I start seeing someone BMing someone new or someone who just joined a tourney for the first time, then I get really upset and I'll usually ban them from the rest of my tourneys. So just try not to BM anybody new. They're all here trying to learn. They're all just we're trying to build a community here, guys. So this is what we're attempting to do. And thank you all for coming, being part of this. Thank you to everyone who helped, donated, participated, everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Here we go into game 2. He's still running the same. He's not. He's got to be careful here. Maybe if he brings it into the map mechanic, I'm not entirely sure. He's trying to go ham on a Gaming Wizard. He did get a little bit of an advantage. Nice pull on Gaming Wizard over there. He's getting kind of low, half health. Tries to get the burning down. Nice dodge roll. He's just trying to keep the pressure, but he's also got to stay out of that Chaos Storm. Gaming Wizard is using that Chaos Storm fucking excellently. Oh, he's getting low. That burning stacks are what's going to get him, man. He's still got 3. Control is he's still got a lot of his tombs left. His mantras have been just reprocced. He's trying to keep the heavy pressure, tries to run through that, and maybe dropping the symbol inside the Chaos Storm. Maybe that would try to force him out of that. But he's got really good sustain, really good job. I gotta stop saying really good job. That was one of my suggestions down at the bottom, and I appreciate that. I never noticed it until I started watching some of my streams back, and I was like, holy shit, I do say that a lot. Really good exchange. I said it again. Good exchange coming from both of them. They're going toe for toe right now. Tries to drop the Chaos Storm. They're both standing inside of each other's damage mitigators. This could get dangerous right now for Original. There's 30 seconds left on the timer. Gets him in that Ray of Judgment. That Ray of Judgment is huge. It keeps a lot of that pressure on top of him. And it's hard to land that on gaming. Like I said, there's so much evade, invuln, ports, blocks. There's so much. Control Freak's doing a really good job. I don't know if he has just enough pressure to keep on top of him. Let's take a look at gaming over here. He does have 1 of his blinks left. Ooh, those torments. He's able to clear that, but the torment did a lot of damage. And here you go. This is the dangerous part. Now the map mechanic has involved. There's no more healing. And now gaming is a little low. This is really good for... Oh, he's got the burning. And he's got the torment stacks. Original's got to be careful here. Really good job. Good job by, by Gaming Wizard. Creating that distance and trying to get him to come to him. Ooh, he tried to get that pull. He wasn't able to get it. There's a lot of Condi. He's able to clear all that Condi. He got the Ray of Judgment. He's trying to come in for the heavy cleave. Doesn't look good for Control. Oh, Gaming takes that game too. Oh, thank you for that. Who cares if you say it a lot? That's stupid as fuck. Just do you. But it was constructive criticism. They meant it in no harmful way whatsoever, and it does help. You know, if the shoutcaster is constantly saying the same thing over and over, it doesn't sound too professional. So these are little things that I do enjoy, and thank you so much, Ruthless, for supporting me and telling me who gives a fuck, bro. I appreciate that. But I want to be a better shoutcaster, so if I can use some other names or other words as I'm going, it's just going to make it more entertaining for me and more entertaining for you guys. And eventually I'll be able to see that really good is going to be exchanged with stellar performance or excellent or many other things of that nature. Mike, you say these things that I enjoy too much. Hey, Goran, thanks for watching the stream, buddy. I really appreciate it. Maybe we'll do some World v World. I'm Dark Cowboy, and Goran is Kid Cowboy, my sidekick, and we roll around in World v World killing fools. Dark Cowboy and Kid Cowboy. So, Mike, your voice is too likable. Thank you, Lycarius. I really appreciate that, guys. You guys are full of love. I really appreciate that. Here we go into the set. This is game 3 over here. It's nothing, all or nothing for Original right here. He's going full ham. He's got a lot of Condi on him. Gaming Wizard is doing a stellar performance. If you want to play Condi Mirage, these are the type of games. I'm going to put it on Wizard so we can watch him on this one. This is what you really want to see. Really good pressure coming out from Original. He's actually keeping a lot of pressure on top of him. He's mitigating a lot of those Condis. The bleeding is not too dangerous. Good port, trying to stay on top of him. Let's see if he made any changes. No, he's still running the same. A much better exchange though. He's not too afraid of that Chaos Storm anymore. Gaming just kiting like a madman, doing a really good job of staying away. He's got all those evades, using them at the perfect times. Let's watch him again. Stellar. Carr is doing really good. But he's a very top player. These are both top players, so it's an excellent match at the end. Those Torment stacks are going to do some work. But he's just standing there, not moving too much, trying to mitigate it, just waiting for it to cool off. Tries to port right back on top of him. This is going to go to the map mechanic once again. Yeah, get the fuck out. You're my sidekick. Like Karis, I would advise to sound more rude to fit into the Guild Wars 2 community better. Gaming Wizard is actually getting pretty low, but he's able to, great counter pressure. As soon as he gets pressure, he's able to put so much Condi down, and he puts down that good counter pressure. Oof. Very impressive showing from both opponents over here. Kudos to both of them. Control Freak just doesn't have enough in the tank. Gaming Wizard's just so kitey and so wily. Good shield of absorption. You see right there, again, he's using the evade frame while he's able to attack as he tries to get that pull. Great timing, and it's hard to catch that pull. It's a pretty quick cast, and there's not too much animation that lets you know it. But he was standing at a good distance, so he was able to mitigate it. There you go. We're now into the timer once again. Control does have that Shield of Wrath up, and now he's trying to get the better positioning over here. Trying to force him. Oh my god, the bomb of Condi on that one. Control Wizard, no! And that's Control that ends up going down, guys. That's our game finale. That's Black Bear that takes it. So Black Bear, Control, and who is our Lycar? So guys, I'm not going to send the gold right away. There's a couple things I got to do, but I'm going to send it within the next 0 to 10 minutes. I will be sending it to you, so just be a little patient with me. There's a lot of little things that I got to take care of. And to everybody who showed up, thank you so much for coming, guys. You're a fucking amazing crowd. A lot of chat going, Mike, you say mitigate too much. Yeah, these are the things. Mitigate, complacent, really good. These are all things I really got to be attentive of and make sure I don't say them too often, just to be a better shoutcaster. So if you guys like this stuff, click that follow, click that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of this stuff, just go into my highlights video. I do these every single day. Thank you so much for coming out. Big ups to everybody, especially to Tech Mojo for the subs, Darissa for the subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And there was also someone else. Oh, I don't want to miss you. Hold on. Where is it? Who was the other dude? Let me take a look. Dr. Cook with a subscribe from Prime. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Mikey says subscribe and like too much. My gold now, yoink car. I'm going to send you your gold very soon. Booster, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate that, guys. Like I said, when you click follow or subscribe, it's like a pat on my back telling me I'm doing a good job. And I've been getting nothing but love. I'm really new to this. I've been streaming and twitching and shoutcasting for a little over a month. I'm brand new to it, but I have been doing private tourneys for a long time, just never shoutcasting or showing them to the public. So I really appreciate you guys coming out and checking it out. The love has been great. Hopefully, like I said, I've had devs in my Fashion Wars. I've had devs in my tournaments not participating, just in the server watching. I've had Guild Wars 2 host me before. So these are good signs. These are things that I enjoy. They're kind of maybe just waiting. You know, is this kid gonna die out? Is he just gonna like flame away in a couple weeks? But I'm still here, and we're all still here, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Thank you so much for coming, guys. I'm probably going to take about 20-30 minutes of a break to put the video up, to send out the gold, to do all those things of that nature, and then I'm going to come back. Dark Cowboy and Kid Cowboy are going to go to World v World. So thank you so much, guys. Oh, I'm also going to give you my... this is my new other thing. Stream starting soon. Look at that. Look at that. That's new. The stream ending soon. That's new. This is new. I changed a lot of things the other day. So thank you so much, guys, for coming. I really appreciate it. Bigs up to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. I'll be back a little later. I'll post a video. And for everybody who won, just be a little patient with me. I will be sending your gold. It's going to be 200 gold. That's going to be divided between first, second, and third. 50% to first place, 30% for second place, and 20% for third place. So thank you so much, guys. Click that follow, click that subscribe. Have a great fucking night. Thank you so much.